conditions. Additional restrictions apply. Visit Lowe's.com/terms for more details. Subject to change.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station. Don.
Cool, man.
Hahn.
Don holding his hammer.
And Rosenberg.
Repug Don doesn't hold a candle to that pumpkin pie haircut of a freak.
This isn't North Dakota. This is New York.
This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
The best threesome I've ever heard.
On ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Fast approaching 3:01 of the big city. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg with you on a Wednesday. Blind with exhaustion. Got home at 3 o'clock in the morning, but still excited to talk sports with you for the next 4 hours with two of my best friends in the world.
Are you?
Alan Hahn and Peter Rosenberg.
Are you?
Yeah, because you know why? You
Are
live
you
for
really
days like this
excited?
as a fan.
Do you?
When you do a show.
Oh,
to be able to express your opinions on what's going on.
well, what's going on?
There's a lot going on. Second consecutive day, the Mets lose a free agent. It was Diaz to the Dodgers, and that stung a little bit.
A little bit.
But you kind of had a feeling it was going to happen after they went out and acquired Devin Williams, and you hear the Dodgers are involved, and then when you see the smoke cleared, it was like they really didn't necessarily want to be together anyway. Diaz was itching to go to L.A. to win a ring, and the Mets were kind of itching to move on as Stearns looked like he was good with Devin Williams being his closer.
Clearly.
And then you fast forward to today, and even more significant piece is Pete Alonso is now a member of the Baltimore Orioles. The revenge of 1969, Alan. The Orioles have finally gotten their revenge after losing in 5 games to the Mets in the World Series. They got Pete Alonso. I'm torn. I really am torn. And I looked at social media, and everybody's expecting me to go ballistic and reenact my Ed Kranepool rant from years ago that another forever Met walks out the door. And that's the one side of Don LaGreca.
Mm-hmm.
That I liked Pete, and I liked the fact that he was a forever Met, and yet another forever Met is going to go finish his career someplace else. And baseball, more than any other sport, it's day in and day out. You make more business decisions, I think, in football, basketball, and hockey. But in baseball, because there's 162 games, and you go through the whole summer with pretty much that is the only sport, yeah, it's about winning and losing, but you get attached to these players and their numbers and what they mean to the organization and their significance to history. So I think it stings a little bit more when you lose somebody in baseball. So there's that. But then there's the other side that I still trust David Stearns. I believe he has a vision for this team, and Pete Alonso was not a part of his vision. I think he wanted Alonso gone last year, but the home run off of Devin Williams kind of curtailed that, and the fan base was going to revolt. And, all right, let's see it through. And after winning 83 games, I think Stearns was able to go to Cohen and say, okay, we tried it your way. Now can we try it mine? So maybe I'm foolish to believe in him, and you kind of hinted at that yesterday about me trusting Stearns. But I've got to believe he's going to have a plan. So for me to rip him today only to pat him on the back 3 months from now or a year from now if this team wins a championship
or
because
3
of these
days
decisions.
from now.
Right. I need to see what the vision is. So as much as I'm sad that Alonso goes, I'm kind of excited to see what they're going to pivot to.
That's why I was – all right, so where I wanted to go with you on this is many places. The first place I wanted to start with you is who's your first baseman?
I don't know.
Right. So
is it Bellinger?
Well,
Bellinger played 350 games at first base in his career.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds doable.
So
there are options, right? Like, so I'm with you. This is, by the way, I really like this version of Don, Peter. I really like this version.
What do you mean, physically?
Well, I always like the physical part of it because he's got a great look about him.
Well,
but I'm saying
I don't know what he meant.
What I liked about this version of Don is that he is adulting.
You mean not doing the, I'm just melting down, how do we give up another
Throwing
forever?
a fit before you see the final product. Like that. And so I think that's exactly where you should be. Now, a lot of fans, for what you said, because of Pete Alonso as the emotional tie and the connection to the player, and you love a player like this because he loved being a Met, right?
And I loved him being a Met.
LFGM. Like, that's who he is.
I know.
Oh, Mr. LFGM.
Right. And so that's all the stuff about his third most home runs, right, since he came into the league. all this stuff. Like, these are things that you loved about him as a fan. But what you have to do also is step back. And while it hurts to see somebody that you liked, Nimmo, loved him too. Great kid, right?
Yeah, sure.
Saw him grow, all that stuff.
Man, it's a tough offseason in that way.
But what was the results?
That's all.
What's the
Great ball.
The majority of the results are you aren't achieving what the owner said when he took over the franchise he wanted to achieve. So with that in mind, you have to go through the pain of losing a player. But you can't react until you see what is he replacing it with.
So am I supposed to go ballistic with my hair on fire and then apologize if all of a sudden Cody Bellinger and Kyle Tucker are here and
Dark Scooble
and then, I'm sorry. All I'll say is if you're going to do the things that you've done, basically say, I believe we're a better team with Devin Williams closing games than Edwin Diaz, that player X at first base is better than Pete Alonso, then you better be right. All right? I'm willing to see this through. But if we get to next offseason and the Mets are, out of the playoffs again, or they lose the face-off on all these free agents they can go out and get, and now I'm stuck with a rebuild with two players on the team locked into huge contracts like Lindor and Soto playing on a team that's going to win 75 games, then I am going to lose it.
Well,
then I'm going to go nuts. But let's see. These are bold moves. But, hey, he is running the baseball operations of this team. All right? Cohen has the money. Stearns has the ability to build the team in his image. The guys he's getting rid of were not Mets because of him. All right? Diaz came over in the Cano deal, right? Mm-hmm. If you remember. Mm-hmm. And then Pete Alonso, hey, he was drafted before he got here. Same thing with Nimmo. So he's building the team in his image. He better be right. And it's his job on the line because if we fast forward a few years from now and Mets go nowhere, guess what? He's going to be out of a job. Mm-hmm. So let's see what the pivot is. He's obviously got a plan because you agree with me, guys, right? That he probably wanted to get rid of Alonso last year.
Right.
But it was tough after the home run against Devin Williams. They go to Game 6 of the League Championship Series. All right, I'll sign him to essentially a one-year contract because they knew that Alonso was going to opt out. We'll give it another shot. You win 83 games. You miss the playoffs. Okay, boss, now it's my turn. Mm-hmm. And let's see what that turn is.
And that, first of all, you have to believe he has a plan because you don't let things like this happen. And the reporting real time is what kills you because you see that Mets were surprised that he got 5 years. Right? Mets never really made an offer. All the things that, as a fan, you get upset about because you feel like it's disrespecting someone that you thought was a part of the family. But if you're paying close attention, you knew a year ago he really didn't want to bring him back. He didn't see the value in him as a first baseman at a big number. But because his market at that time wasn't good, the fans wanted him back. The owner probably felt the pressure, and they thought, you know what? All right, let's do it 1 year. And let's see how it goes at the end of the year. And we all felt like this was a short-term thing. Now, let's all remember, the first couple of months of the season, how was it working out for him? Because he was, right? Remember, he was raking. Yep. And it looked like, wow, he bet on himself, and he's going to win. They're going to be forced to pay him. But how did it end? Just like Stearns would expect. So there's got to be a plan. This is why, if at the end of the offseason, he's scrambling to now plug the holes that he has just left on this team, then you can turn around and say,
I'll go after.
That's a bad plan.
Then I'll go after.
But because last year, like 367 days ago, Juan Soto left the Yankees for the Mets, and David Stearns was a genius. Was he not? Steve Cohen was exactly what he was supposed to be. The big money guy willing to write the big check. How could a year later he be a buffoon and he be a guy that is afraid to spend money? That's not it. Watch this plan from here forward because they had to rework that clubhouse, and now they're going to rework the team, and this will be more in the image of what David Stearns wanted to do. But I think they had to push it up a year because that run 2 years ago, it almost was like you got to let them come back and see if they can do it again. See if that same magic happens. It didn't, and now it's time to get into the plan that he wanted all along.
Now, you were mentioning Don. You loving where Don is.
I do because he's
fan.
Very calm. He's adulting. It's great.
I just texted the voice of WWE and renowned renowned Mets fan, Michael Cole.
Okay.
huge.
I'm sure he's also a fan of Michael Cole.
Well, no, believe me.
I would believe it.
Believe me, he is. I said thoughts, because he's always very aggressive with his thoughts. And I want to take these with a grain of salt. This is a man he's been through a lot, like many Mets fans.
Yeah.
I said, thoughts on Pete. Don't give an ish. Bleep the Mets. Where are we today? Because I knew it's only one of those things. And I quote, good riddance. Glad they're cleaning house. Never won with these losers. As long as they're going to bring in some bats and pitching.
Now, that's aggressive. I'm not on board with that.
Not all the way, but you understand the logic.
But that's the logic. Again, baseball's a little different because really the Rangers are going through the same thing.
Yeah, great point.
Kreider
going somewhere else.
They had to break up the group. It wasn't good enough. They did go to a couple of conference finals, but not good enough to win a championship. What are we in this for? Are we in this for the entertainment of just watching our favorite players for 162 games and then fail, or winning a first championship since 1986? So that's why I think the pressure's now on Stearns, because I think the other half of the Met fan base is red hot that they didn't use Cohen's money and just throw, I'll give him 6 years. Who cares? It's Cohen. He's sitting on 20. You saw the list. 20. He's worth $23 billion.
But this is where it becomes a very simple thing, I think. And in my other group chat for the morning show, a Mets fan in the chat wrote, "What's the point of having a billionaire if you can't sign the guys?" It's like, or he doesn't want the guys.
He doesn't want them.
They didn't make an offer.
They didn't make an offer.
Now, I understand not liking that. I do. I understand thinking Pete's been a really good player. And my argument with Pete would be there have been opportunities prior to now where he would have jumped at an offer and they wouldn't have had to spend as much money. They could have gotten this done previously. And then after the monster home run in the playoffs against the Brewers a couple years ago, all of a sudden his price went up and things changed. There was an opportunity where you could have kept him at a lower number per year than this is.
Yeah, I think so.
But given where we are right now, it's only an emotional thing. Both Nimmo and, I'm not going to go as far as Cole and say get these losers out of here. As much as you like Alonso and Nimmo and they love being Mets, and that's very sweet, what joy has it really brought you overall? It's warm and fuzzy, but it may be keeping you from the real glory. Let's get to the real stuff.
And that's why the pressure is on Stearns to get there. Because if we're sitting here 2-3 years from now and it's the same old Mets and they're not making the playoffs, or they have a big second half and sneak into the playoffs, make a run, but come up short, and it's really no different, then he's going to get eviscerated. And rightly so. But let's see where this pivots to. Because even though Cole was over the top, because I wouldn't call those guys losers, it didn't work.
Well, they didn't win.
They didn't win because it didn't work.
They're not losers, but they didn't win.
Listen, you don't collect players. I mean, sometimes you do to get better ratings on SNY and to fill your building. Yeah, I think that's part of it. But ultimately, what Stearns is looking at is, I want to collect players that are going to win a ring.
Yeah.
That's what we're looking at. Yeah. And these guys were given a chance. It's not like Alonso and Diaz were only here for 5 minutes. Soto's only been here a year. And Lindor, you can't move. He's kind of become the Mika Zibanejad of the Mets in the sense that he's not going anywhere.
But wait.
But the guys that can go are gone.
I'm not.
Nimmo is movable. Alonso, don't re-sign him. Diaz, don't re-sign him.
You can't compare him to Mika Zibanejad. Mika Zibanejad has fallen off a cliff.
But my point
Lindor is still a high-level player.
I am not comparing the players. I'm comparing the fact you can't move them.
Right. Immovable contract.
You're not. Nobody's taking Lindor's contract.
You wouldn't want to move Lindor.
Right. No, but even if next year Lindor bats 160, to Don's point, he's coming back next year.
Okay.
And this is he's a forever guy now.
But the guys that could go are gone.
But again, if I'm giving you like this, the first thing you have to do to refurnish a room is empty the room, right?
Yes.
Then it looks bare, and you're like, oh my God. It's the same thing. You do a kitchen renovation, get it down to studs. That's the most jarring day when you walk in and the construction guys go home for the day, and you go,
oh my God,
holy crap, I don't have a kitchen, and you get like, oh no, what am I going to do? But then you build it back and you realize,
oh, man, we got a new fridge.
I got a Viking fridge, man. Yeah. This is way better than that other piece of crap we used to have. And you realize, okay, this is the hard part. You've got to see it through.
But if you come back and the kitchen looks like the pictures from you when you were a kid, like in 1981, with the 70s cabinets, you're like,
the walnut.
So somebody's getting fired. Right. So that's where I am going to look at this and say, all right, let's see. All right, the ball's in your court, David. Let's see what you're going to do with it.
It's on him now.
Let's go see. Let's see what the pivot's going to be. And I'm not going to be that guy that's going to rant and rave and and have the videos to go viral, and then all of a sudden I'm going to be like, yay, David Stearns, when all of a sudden all these great players, like Tucker's here, Bellinger's here, Scooble's here, and I go, oh, my God, he's great. I want to see it through. But I'm telling you, you're on notice.
Right.
You're on notice.
I think he knows
because now you're in the crosshairs because we're looking and seeing how you're going to pivot. And don't give me, oh, well, it's going to take a long time. There's free agents to be had here. Are you going to steal Bellinger away from the Yankees? Is Tucker going to be here? Is Scooble going to be here? What are you going to pivot to?
Just here's what you can't do.
Let's see it.
Here's what you can't do. And I think this is what bad teams do in baseball. The Orioles are the kind of team, and I've been watching them my whole life. They let go. Someone's on the come who they had, and they let them go. And then they go and get somebody else's trash. Because I know that's really harsh. But that is what Pete Alonso is at this point. He is a guy who's out there who's really good, who the Mets didn't feel not good enough. We're moving on. Orioles go, ooh, we'll take him. The Mets can't go out and fill the slot with someone else's trash. You gotta. This has to be a collection of smart moves or a monster player.
Yep.
You're bringing in someone really good.
Yeah.
I don't want to see a Pete Alonso equivalent, but less cringe. It would be nice to have less cringe. That's not enough.
Shorter contract or anything like that. But it's absolutely true what you're saying.
There's a big day. Want to hear from the fans. I'm sure a lot of them are apoplectic about what happened.
Ooh.
And listen, I feel you. Because, again, I'm tired of there never being a forever Met. But I'm willing to be patient to see what Stearns can do. But I don't plan on going anywhere. We're going to be seeing this through, and I will be there if he fails to lay down the hammer, and let's wait and see. But the ball is certainly in his court. Let's see if he can. If it's going to be all net, or he's going to clang it off the rim, or an air ball.
Let's see if any other Met fans are handling this like an adult, just like you did.
I don't think so. But
you don't think so? I think Met fans are growing up and they're realizing that it's less about the cute stuff and the Timmy Trumpet and all that, and more about how about we just build a team that can freaking win? How about that? Give me a team like that.
My favorite team's the '86 Mets. They fought with each other. There was a lot going on.
Mm-hmm.
A lot going on.
A lot of characters.
But the thing that I remember the most about that is beating the Red Sox in 7 and winning a championship. Not the fact that they tore up the plane on the way back from Houston. Not the fact that they got into a fight in spring training during team pictures.
Didn't you like that about them, though?
No, what I liked about them is they won, okay? That's what I'd like to see this team win.
Mm-hmm. So you don't want
It's been 1986. 18-year-old Don LaGreca.
Yeah.
All right?
How old are you now?
I'm 57.
Okay.
I was a freshman in college.
Right, so Forever Met. Give me all the Forever Mets. Give me the list of Forever Mets that won a World Series. Name them.
Ed Kranepool.
Well, I'm going to have a list later.
Oh.
So I don't want to give too much away because we got a list coming up at 4:30. We got ENN at 6. 4 o'clock, we're going to pivot to some football because we got Booger McFarland.
Of course we do.
There's football to discuss.
There's football.
Without question, there's football. And you know what? The Knicks are going to Vegas, baby. The Knicks, for the first time, are going to Vegas. I'm sure all of them have spent a crazy amount of time in Vegas. I'm sure many a night in Utah was not spent in the hotel. It was spent down the road in Vegas, just like Jordan did. But this is actually playing in Vegas, and it's not in the heat of the summer. It's for a cup, an NBA cup.
A real cup, one you can drink out of.
A cup.
It's a cup.
It's a cup.
It's a sippy cup.
No, it's not.
We've got no.
Maya's cup. It's like Maya's cup.
It's above I wouldn't say
no.
sippy
How about this?
cup.
How about this? Maya has this one sippy cup. You guys remember this?
It's like this cup.
It's like Maya has one that's like blue and it has the plastic lid. It's nice. She loves it. And if it falls, it doesn't break. It's like it's solid. But I wouldn't go as far as calling it a real cup. You know what I mean?
Well, it's a cup,
but it does the job.
I'm just saying
it's something. But
you like it. You cherish it.
You like that.
You pet it.
Yeah.
But if all of a sudden the Bill O'Brien trophy were to drop down on the table,
forget
Bill O'Brien.
Bill O'Brien. Who is it?
No, Bill's fine. The Bill O'Brien one is probably what the NBA Cup's named after. It's Larry.
Larry.
Yeah.
Bill's Bill O'Brien. No, Bill O'Brien was ex-Texans.
The fact that I got O'Brien out of it was I should get credit for that.
Bill O'Brien is the award for any Texans coach who's not very good. I was just the Bill O'Brien award.
It's a combination.
It was a great effort, though.
Bill O'Reilly.
Yeah, sure.
O'Brien.
There's a lot going on.
No,
there was a lot going on.
I didn't want to correct you. I thought it was good.
No, have fun with it.
No.
I'm saying, but if that trophy were to drop down,
forget
that sippy cup is
it's gone.
I
was on the. What happened to that?
There was something in this hand.
Well, we have, though, an interesting question for Knicks fans at some point. Maybe we could, if we throw it out there now and then later we can get to
later, but we got to get to these calls.
Very interesting question for you about this NBA Cup.
All right, let's get started off here with David on the east side. You're on Hahn Rosenberg. What's up, David?
DHR, great to be here. I partly agree with you guys. Let's be patient. Don't rip your hair out. Wait for the final product.
Good.
But here's my counterpoint. You said there obviously has to be a master plan behind this.
I hope so.
There can't be, because even the Mets don't know how this is all going to pan out. It would be different if they signed Tucker or Bellinger, traded for Skubal, and then tapped out on Alonso. They don't know if they're going to win the bidding on Belly or Tucker. They don't know if they can trade for Skubal and he won't go to the Dodgers, which is all indications. And on top of that, the fact that Baltimore won the bidding and the Mets made no offer tells you everything you need to know, because Baltimore can't afford to overpay, which tells me this contract was not an overpay.
But the Mets were not willing to go more than 3 years, and you can understand that for a 31-year-old. All right?
So here's why that's wrong.
Oh.
And I think this is why I say, if this doesn't work out, fire Stearns. Because Stearns wants you to look at the advanced analytics and why our aging first baseman is not a good plan. The reporting from Joel Sherman is showing that Baltimore valued Alonso's consistent right-handed power. He's the third most home runs in Major League Baseball since he came into the bigs, and he plays every game. So that defies the conventional wisdom on first base.
No question. But they look at it, and I'm with you. But at the same time, he looks at it and goes, he's been the third most home runs, yada, yada, yada. We haven't won a thing with him. And now I'm going to pivot. Now, I agree with you. If he doesn't pivot to something that wins, then, yeah, he's absolutely going to get fired. And you're right. We don't know. It's air. He was not going to have signing Alonso to a 5-year contract, even though they could afford to do that, put them in a situation where they're now out on Bellinger or they're out on Tucker. Now, you could say, why should they be out on anything? The guy's worth $23 billion. I get that. But at the same time, they want to be able to find value. Where can they find them? And the general manager, rightly or wrongly, doesn't believe that Pete Alonso is going to age well. He doesn't like his lack of athleticism. All they've talked about the entire offseason was run prevention. He's not a great defender. You just traded for a second baseman. Why? Because he's a great defender.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Why is Nimmo gone? That's what they're looking at.
Defensive skills were starting to slip.
He might end up being wrong, and David's right. If he's wrong, he's out.
Oh,
but can we see what happens?
Again, there are still a bunch of guys out there that are worth the investment of an owner that has $16 billion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then there's some moves that we don't want to be compromised by something like this. Why do it just because he's a nice guy? He's going to be a DH in 2 years probably, right, Alonso?
Yeah.
So why would you do something like that, $155 million over 5 years, if you don't need to and you feel like it's – first of all, let's all know this. While the Dodgers right now are the big bad wolf, the idea that everybody's going to sign with them is insane. It's not happening. But if I'm an agent, I'm using the Dodgers to drive up the price and make sure I sneak out into the media, because I've been part of this, where they tell you, well, the Dodgers are lurking. Hey, the Dodgers called. And you put that out there because it makes people panic. Oh, no, not the Dodgers. They're going to get them. All it's doing is driving up price. Don't worry about that. Because for Cohen, if he wants someone, he will raise his bidding. They didn't want Diaz, clearly.
Didn't want Diaz.
They were going to defer money so they could save money up front because they didn't feel like he was a priority. There's priorities out there they're going for.
And can I just add one thing, though?
Please do.
And this isn't anything except just telling the truth, because that's how life is. Diaz is going to be full-on Diaz in L.A., right?
He'll be Diazing?
Yeah, he'll be back. I guarantee.
As long as Devin Williams is good, I'm not going to care.
Well,
let's hope Devin Williams is good.
By the way, okay, let's throw a penny in the well.
But Allen said something important, and he said moving Alonso to DH. Mets don't want to lock up DH because you know what? Their right fielder is a guy there is eventually going to be their DH because Soto's a butcher out in the outfield. So if you're really looking at run prevention, Stearns is probably thinking Juan Soto is going to be my DH.
Mm-hmm. A very good one.
Right.
And a very
expensive one. And I don't want to now have a first baseman for the next 5 years that in the last 2-3 years of the contract, I can't DH him because Soto's going to be DH.
So you're making too much sense.
There is a plan here.
Look at you making sense.
1-800-919-3776. More of your calls. Booger McFarland at 4, a list at 4:30, Ian at 6.
We also have the man challenging John Cena on Saturday night in his last match, Gunther, at 5:30.
Gunther.
Yes. So Gunther's going to join us as well.
It's a busy show.
And it's a
Very
full
much.
frontal show.
Right.
It's all out there hanging till 7.
What?
On ESPN New
Is
York.
it? I didn't know.
The holidays are here, and Amazon Pickup is your MVP of package pickup. Need that perfect gift like a brand new jersey for the big game? With Amazon Pickup, you can grab your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule at no extra cost. It's fast, it's easy, and it keeps your holiday surprises tucked safely away. So whether you're running from work or heading to the holiday party, Amazon Pickup makes holiday shopping worry-free. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
At Jake's 58 Casino Hotel, we're celebrating this holiday season with our $155,000 Slay the Road drawing, including your chance to win a new Range Rover Defender and $10,000 cash. Earn entries all month long, then be here on January 1st between 12 and 3 p.m. when one winner will be drawn every hour to win up to $20,000 cash. At 4 p.m., one lucky winner will win a Range Rover Defender and $10,000 cash at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
D'Agostino & Associates is a legacy firm, and I'm proud to be a part of that legacy. I'm Jenna D'Agostino, and like my father, I fight to get justice for the injured.
The hustle and grit of these streets shaped me. I'm John D'Agostino, and from the concrete to the courtroom, I built this injury firm 35 years ago to get accident victims justice. So call my team first, 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222.
You want justice? Think Jenna D'Agostino. Think D'Agostino & Associates. Justice isn't just a word. For us, it's a way of life. It's having compassion for your struggle and getting you paid for your pain. Now that's justice. D'Agostino & Associates means being there for the injured.
Seriously injured? Call my team first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. D'Agostino & Associates has offices throughout New York and New Jersey and will come to you. I've been there, and I'll be there for you.
D'Agostino, law, bite back.
1 in every 6 men is likely to be diagnosed with prostate cancer in his lifetime. That's why New York Presbyterian wants to remind men over 50 to book a prostate cancer screening. A simple blood test is all it takes. It could save your life. Screenings are available across New York City and Westchester at locations near you. Schedule your annual prostate cancer screening today at nyp.org/cancer screening. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
For over 100 years, Slomin's has been your trusted partner in comfort. When it comes to home heating oil, we deliver more than just quality fuel. We deliver peace of mind. With price protection, automatic deliveries, 24/7 service, and up to 30 days to pay your invoice. Our dedicated team is just a call away, ensuring you stay warm and comfortable all winter long. Slomin's, New York and New Jersey's largest heating oil provider, proudly serving our community for generations. Give us a call today at 866-GET-HEAT or visit oil.slomins.com.
And now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks a million, guys. Good afternoon. It's a gridlock alert day, and you're feeling it if you're heading over to the outbound, George. All of your approaches are packed, aside from the Henry Hudson. Second choice West Side Highway northbound. Some solid slowdowns there from the 90s. Deegan southbound, a stop-and-go ride from the Mosholu on down. Inbound, George, some road work on the upper deck, just about a 5 to 10 minute ride. Outbound Lincoln in pretty good shape, about 5 to 10. Outbound Holland already 20 to 30. Slow crawl on the New England Thruway southbound, trying to leave Westchester County and head into the Bronx. Broken down tractor trailer in the center lane by Boston Post Road. Bumper to bumper ride on the LIE eastbound, getting through Queens. Solid slowdowns there between the BQE and Cross Islands. This report is sponsored by the New York City Department of Transportation. Speeding ruins lives. Drivers, watch out for pedestrians and cyclists and slow your turns to less than 5 miles an hour. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Dave Rothenberg here to tell you about my friends at Bath Fitter. Now, they converted my kids' bathtub to a shower and did an incredible, really an unbelievable job. They offer all types of custom bath renovations, including their unique PermaFit solution for a watertight fit done in just 1 day. Durable and easy to clean with no demo or mess and lower cost than a standard replacement. And a lifetime guarantee. Right now, no money down, no payments, no interest until 2027. So start designing your bath today like we did at bathfitter.com. There's only one Bath Fitter.
This college football moment is brought to you by ServPro.
College football teams have moments they recovered from and made it like it never even happened. Like on September 24, 2016, when Tulsa found themselves down 31-0 to Fresno State with 10 minutes left in the second quarter. Tulsa fought back to tie the game at 41. And then won 48-41 in double overtime.
ServPro. Like it never even happened.
people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check Kirk Herbstreit's pregame analysis first, before talking to your brother-in-law.
In this game, the key thing to watch will be the offensive line versus their front seven. If they can get pressure without blitzing, this could be a long night.
Okay, Kirk.
I know stuff.
Ooh, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Oh, God.
You like this
We're
idea?
just looking
though.
at some old pictures.
It's good.
I like this idea for our Christmas card this year.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, our holiday
A
card.
holiday card.
I already got
but
yelled at
We're
once.
just looking at some old pictures, and it's rough for some. Game Time is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, fellas. The Rangers visit.
See? He did this to me yesterday.
Oh, it's irritating.
Oh, it's irritating.
I'm a big Jacob fan, but he can get under your skin. The Rangers visit the Blackhawks with coverage immediately following us on 880 at 7 o'clock. Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cast matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. Let's get back to the busy phones, and let's talk to Carlos Season Stanford. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, Carlos?
What's up, Los?
Happy holidays, guys. What's up, Pete?
My guy.
Nice
Los,
talking
what
to
up,
you.
baby?
Good movie. So I'm calling in just to kind of talk about this mess stuff. And kudos to you, Don, for not losing it. I actually thought you would have. I'm a 50-year-old fan. I've been a fan since I'm 8 years old. I'm a partial ticket holder, season ticket holder. After last year's collapse, why are fans losing their mind? Didn't they expect consequences? Mendoza's lucky to have a job. So the coaches are changing. The core of players are being changed. This team is not complete, like you guys were saying. We should wait till March. The amount of negativity I've been seeing online and other radio shows, including your own station, I'm actually dumbfounded. I don't understand why Mets fans do not see this coming, considering what just happened last year. Last year was unbelievable, the collapse that happened, considering the squad they had. So what they're doing, they're going to blow this up, and they're going to figure this out, and they're going to put in new players. And you can't judge a team at 3 o'clock on a Wednesday.
Right.
You judge them in March.
And you have to, if you were of the opinion today, Carlos, that the Mets screwed up, should have kept Alonso, should have kept Diaz, then you believe that they are actually a championship caliber team. And Stearns is looking at it and saying, no, they're not. All right? They had a run in the second half of 2024 that took them to Game 6 of the league championship series. They wet the bed early in the year, but they were able to make up for it with a big second half. Then in 25, they have a big first half and a terrible second half. The only time they put it together for a full season was in 22 when they won 101 games, and they got bounced in the first round by the Padres. So you can't understand Stearns saying, I don't think this is a championship caliber team.
Right.
Yeah, they came close a couple of times, but otherwise, you know what? They really didn't get there. Were the Jets close when they went to back-to-back championship games in 2009 or 2010? Or
Felt like it.
Felt like it, but you know what? They weren't.
Right.
And they haven't been back to the playoffs since because they haven't handled things properly. But the point is they weren't as close as maybe they thought. Same thing with the Rangers. Go to the conference final in 22. Go to the conference final in 24. All right, well, you know what? They weren't that close to a cup, and now they missed the playoffs last year, and they're barely a playoff team, if a playoff team this year, because they got to figure it out. Had to get rid of some players to kind of figure it out. You fall in love with guys, but all the people that are bitching and moaning about no championship, well, close but no cigar is not a ring. All right, I don't want to, no offense, Alan, I don't want to be the Knicks of the 90s. I don't want the greatest moment to be almost, but not getting
I'm
it.
not offended.
I don't want to be, but the best moment for the Jets is back-to-back championship games and no ring. I want to be able to get there. And if Stearns believes this is the best way to get there, let's have him at it. And I'll be right there if he drops the ball to tear him a new one. But let's wait and see if he drops the ball.
What was the first big move for David Stearns?
Was getting Juan Soto.
Juan Soto, who's in his prime,
right,
who has a ton of years left, is easily, not arguably, easily one of the best hitters in the sport, right?
Yeah.
And so that's what you're building with. That's what they're valuing.
Yeah.
Not, well, he's a really nice guy. Like, no. Give me a guy that has won. He has been there before. That he's an elite player. I need more of those guys. Not somebody that, he's a nice guy. He really runs hard. He plays hard. He cares. No, you got to have guys who are the best in the league, because to beat the Dodgers, you got to have that. So I think that's what he's looking for. I'm not throwing money at something that is just because, well, I like him.
And
No.
you're in a division with the Phillies.
Take
you're in a
the
division
emotion
with the
out.
Braves. The Braves fell apart last year, but they're going to be back. All right?
Yes.
Padres are still very good.
Take the emotion
Giants
out.
have a ton of money they're going to be spending this offseason. So you're in, I think, the elite league. I mean, the American League has some holes, but the National League's got the best team
All
of
the good
baseball the
teams.
last 2 years,
Yeah.
and they've got a ton of other teams that are going to be standing your way, including the Phillies in your own division, the Braves who are going to be better in your own
Milwaukee's
division.
good every year.
So you got to get to that point.
I think you're really upsetting Met fans, though, because they want you screaming.
Well, I don't take requests. Let's go to Fran in Massapequa.
Not how he
You're on
does it.
ESPN
Like that.
New York.
Oh, man. Listen, the Mets suck. It's that simple. They've always sucked. The bottom line is this. Pete is a wrestling guy. Hahn is a basketball guy. And Mr. Greco, you're a hockey guy, all right?
Fine.
You're not baseball guy.
Wow, Fran. Okay.
Go ahead.
What do you mean, hold on? No,
I want to hear it. I want to hear Mr. Baseball.
I don't understand this.
I want to hear Mr. Baseball.
You're
Go
not
ahead.
baseball guys.
Go ahead.
All right? Hahn is a Yankee fan, correct?
Yeah. It's the
So
first
anything
team I
you say
rooted for,
about
but
the
I'm not a
Mets is-
baseball guy.
Now, you got to remember, I'm talking as a ex-miserable
Sure.
Met fan. I'm not a Met fan no more. But listen,
fraud.
the bottom line
Sure
is
you
this. The bottom line is this. Your three sports are not baseball. You're specialties. That's all I said. And that's the truth, isn't it?
But
No.
So what
Hey,
does
Fran,
that mean?
I've been on sports radio for 30 years, you punk. All right? I don't have to answer to you. I've been around longer.
Here we go.
I've been 30 years on sports. I get so irritated when you're a hockey
You're
guy.
a hockey guy.
You're
Now, you don't
ignorant.
know baseball.
And that goes for executives here, and that goes for everybody who says, Don's a hockey guy. Let me ask you something. How did I survive at ESPN for 25 years as a hockey guy? Does ESPN have a huge reputation for its hockey? I'm sorry. They just got it back 4 years ago after getting rid of it, discarding the sport like a used tissue, and then getting it back over the last 4 years.
I heard that.
So 25 years on September 3rd. I'm going to be celebrating the 25 years of this radio station as a hockey guy.
Just hockey guy.
Or maybe you misunderstand it as a hockey guy, and that I'm a sports guy who's been in this business for 30 years, going back to WFAN. I was at WFAN for 5 years, left on my own accord because I wanted to go to ESPN. I'm sorry. How did I survive at FAN for 5 years? Are they known for their hockey?
This is why I wanted to hear what This is why I wanted to hear.
No, I
what
didn't
was
want
he
to
gonna
give that
say?
any air.
What was the thing?
No,
what
I'm
was
not.
the, what
not
was
gonna
the
be
setup?
Alan's a
intelligent.
Nick guy. He doesn't. He's.
Yeah.
So what
he
was he
covered
going to
hockey.
offer? I wanted to know what could
No,
Fran
'cause
have
I'm not
offered.
interested.
A moronism.
Yeah.
That's. I don't even know if that's a word.
No,
but
no.
I'm going to. No. I mean, why not? Because it's Fran. Fran doesn't exist. And he's a fraud. I used to be a Met fan. Oh, tough
he's a
guy.
fraud.
Used to be a Met fan. Tough guy.
But he's out. But he's out now.
There's
No, wait,
I love
a year-
arguing with people.
A year ago,
Give me
they
some
signed
logic.
Juan Soto. A year later, you're out? A year ago, you were parading around, ding dong, the witch is dead, we won.
We got
a
it.
year later, 1 year?
He's out.
Then you never were a fan. Fraud.
I just love.
Done.
25 years
Stay
at
in your
ESPN.
lane,
I'm a
Don.
hockey
Stay
guy.
in your lane.
A hockey guy.
That's all you should
So
talk.
what
Stay
do
in your lane.
they keep me employed just to do my family a favor?
So let me ask you a question. At this station, there's only one human being that is equipped to talk baseball. The rest of us should lay out. Lay out. DiPietro, what's he doing? Why is he talking
Why
about
would
anything?
I want Fran back? I disconnected him.
No.
You know why?
He gone.
Because I get dumb
Put him on
when
the
I
board.
speak to dumb people.
Put him on the
No,
board. Put him up. Put him up. Fran.
He doesn't
out.
have the guts to call back. Because
him
listen,
on the board. He's
have
out.
your nurse call back, and then we'll talk. But show some effing logic, for God's sake.
Can I just offer? Can I just say one
No,
thing?
I really don't want to hear from you either.
Well, I
I'm
want to
sorry.
hear one thing. If
The
he calls
wrestling
back,
guy. Wait, the wrestling
the
guy
wrestling
needs to talk.
guy, I know everything I've said
wrestling
so far
guy.
has made no sense. We don't make sense. But I just would love if Fran's nurse dials the number, and we already know you think that we're worthless and we don't know baseball.
Don't know.
So just jump right in. I want to hear what his brilliant point was that we won't understand because he's a baseball mind.
Let's go over
I
it.
want to hear. He's here. Fran is here. Can you just prepare him that if he's going to go on, get right to what Peter Gammons has to say.
Go ahead.
I want to know what Mr. Gammons has to offer us.
Go ahead, Yo-Yo.
Loop. So as soon as that's I need to know because he already set it up. Alan only knows basketball. I only know wrestling.
I
Don
see
only knows
nothing
hockey.
online for. I don't know what's going on.
Because maybe that's the perfect summary of who he is.
Anthony's trying to make sure he doesn't curse on air.
I got to make sure I don't curse.
What is he going to do? Sign a contract? Make a promise?
Please.
Let him swear.
Yeah, put him through.
We'll dump him. I don't care.
Yeah.
YouTube
Did it
can
once.
handle. Believe me, I scan through YouTube. People have seen worse.
It's a great point.
What, we got to wait forever? This is not worth it.
Yeah, what is happening now? Okay, here.
The anticipation.
There he is. Hello.
Yeah, Don, you want to talk to my nurse?
Yeah, here we go, friend. Offer jump right to it. Here we go.
You guys have the button to hang me up, so it's a beautiful thing for you. That's the thing.
Well, because you were being a moron. Why don't you speak some sense? Go ahead. The floor is yours.
Get to the point.
Go
Get
ahead.
to the point. Get to the point. Just get to the point.
I'm telling you right now.
Okay.
If you call me a moron again, we're going to meet up.
All right, come on.
You
want the address of the stop? I'll call you whatever I want to call you.
All right.
Okay, no problem. Because Don, I'm not a guy.
What are you going to beat me up? You're going to beat me up?
Fran,
is that the way you win arguments? You're going to beat me up? You're going to show me what time it is? Let's go.
Fran,
let's go.
Fran, we gave you the line again. Is that all you got? What's the big baseball point?
So go ahead.
No.
Go ahead.
I'm ready.
Go ahead.
What my point being is, you had three specialties on those three.
Okay.
You call us both up and you say,
no.
What is
And
Tom
so what's the
Breck's
point?
point?
Get to the
point.
Yeah, because he has no
what's your point?
My point is that miserable, rotten Met fans like me who have been crapped on, it's just horrible to be a Met fan.
Yes.
They don't care what Yankee fans think, and they don't care what certain people think about what they think about the Mets. Now, Don made somebody made a mark. I think it was Hahn. Oh, they'll bring in Bellinger? And who's the second guy that you said? Those two guys, I mean, they ain't got a chance at Schoolville. That's the biggest fraud in the world.
So do you have an overall point? So you're telling me that nobody cares about my Met opinion. You obviously do. You called in.
Yeah.
You're calling me. I didn't call you.
Because you're saying that nobody cares. Oh, Pete Alonso, you're throwing Pete Alonso. You guys are throwing him to the dirt. Maybe not you, Don. They're throwing him to the dirt like he's nothing. This guy's the third best hitter, RBIs and home runs the last 6 years in the big league.
And they didn't win anything, so now they're going to try something different. Can I at least find out what they're going to try? You might end up being right, Fran, but can I see what they pivot to?
No, because it's done. First of all, this is amazing. It's amazing. Look at they get rid of the best closer this year in baseball. We need relief pitching. My point being is it never works. They got rid of Tom Seaver. We didn't win after that.
But Frank, they didn't
But
get
David
rid of
Stearns
Diaz.
didn't do that.
Diaz
didn't want to come back. Diaz didn't want to be here.
Can I talk as a miserable Met fan?
You are.
I thought you said you stopped being a Met fan.
This is it. Once I'm done, this is it. Once I hang up, that's it. After today,
Promise.
It's over.
Promise.
But just listen to me.
Well, the last
they
moment.
got rid of Steve. I'm talking as a Met fan now. 55
As a Met
years.
fan, yeah.
Right.
Seaver, they got rid of him. All right? Horrible. Ray Knight, they let walk, okay?
Over a lousy $200,000.
Can you let me just talk, please? I'm talking as a miserable Met fan.
All right.
I don't
You know
really
what? I'm
done.
I called it.
We're all set.
That was what it all was. I'm talking as a miserable Met fan.
So you're miserable, now you quit. Good, goodbye.
Yeah.
They're better off.
But don't insult us and then get mad when we decide to defend ourselves. You never had a point. You're talking about Tom Seaver. That was 50 years ago.
The people
So
who made
all
those
was
choices
forgiven
are
when
dead.
Frank Cashin wins the championship in '86. Then it was okay. All right? Then it was okay when they went to the World Series in 2000. Then it was okay when they went to the World Series in 2015. But now decisions that were made by M. Donald Grant are now affecting what's happening here. David Stearns didn't get rid of Tom Seaver. David Stearns didn't get rid of Dave Kingman.
He did.
Dave Stearns
He didn't even get rid of Edwin Diaz.
Edwin Diaz didn't want to be here. And they didn't want Pete Alonso. And let's see where they pivot to. But don't, you called our show. You chose to listen to our show, despite Alan's only a Knicks fan. I'm only a yo-yo hockey guy.
Don't know nothing.
And Peter's only a wrestling guy.
You don't even know sports.
But yet you called our show to argue about the Mets. And I guarantee you, rather than get the big fight, I'll call people whatever I want to call, especially when you insult me on our own show. All right?
We'll
is
beat
that
up.
I bet you I know 10 times more Mets than you do. 10 times
Guaranteed.
more. Lock.
Yep, I'll put
You know
my money
why?
on Don.
Because I'm able to articulate a point. I still don't know what his point was. Still don't know.
No,
we gave him a chance to call back, and he still didn't know.
Don, I'm talking as a miserable Mets fan.
Right.
No. I'm
We knew
talking
this.
as a
Well,
miserable
now he's
Mets
done.
fan.
We already
now
knew.
he's done. Well, guess what? If Stearns gets it right and they're winning a World
Oh,
Series,
he's back.
I'm
You're
sure
out.
he's going to come back, and you're going to be a diehard
Not
Met
allowed.
fan.
Fraud. You're out. Can we keep going with this? Is fun.
Yeah, 1-800-919-3776.
Miserable Met fans.
That's what I'm talking as.
Is there any other kind? What a day.
ESPN New York.
Whether you're shopping, gaming, or streaming this holiday season, don't take slow for an answer. Get Optimum Fiber for the fastest, most reliable, and most consistent internet speeds, starting at $25 a month. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com to switch. Act now and get Netflix, a 5-year price lock, and $100 back, all on us. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today. Optimum, don't take slow for an answer. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
Some stages celebrate. This one tests everything. Every drive, every approach, every putt. Pressure builds. Resilience matters. And history waits for the bold. In June, the 2026 U.S. Open Championship returns to the Hamptons at the iconic Shinnecock Hills Golf Club. Experience the world's best golfers competing on one of the sport's most storied stages. Don't just watch greatness, experience it live at the 126th U.S. Open. Daily tickets are available now on SeatGeek.
Friends, it's football season, the best time of the year. You should be out there tailgating, cheering on your team, and enjoying every Sunday. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, sciatica, or nerve pain, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. You don't have to live like that. There's help. Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain is New Jersey's top pain specialist. He's Ivy League trained, double board certified, and is dedicated to helping you get back in the game. Here's what makes the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical image-guided procedures that deliver real results. Dr. Shaw treats neck pain, back pain, joint pain, migraines, nerve pain, and sciatica with a plan that's customized for you. Same-day and next-day appointments are available, and with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood, relief is always close. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Visit SandwellPain.com to call, text, or book online. Most major insurances are accepted. That's SandwellPain.com. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
At Target, great memories start with great prices. Get gingerbread house kits for just $12, plus all the Wonder Shop baking must-haves. Gather the whole fam, grab some gingerbread kits, and start building sweet moments together. Then keep the joy rolling, baking up tasty treats with Wonder Shop that'll make the season a blast. Make unforgettable memories with incredible prices on gingerbread kits and Wonder Shop baking essentials. And step into the holidays, only at Target. Restrictions apply.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband Ryan died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ETHOS.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products or compounded drug products which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/JOY.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. Let me tell you about my friends at Bath Fitter. They remodeled the bath by my pool. They converted a tub into a shower. The result is amazing. Bath Fitter offers all types of custom bath renovations, including their unique PermaFit solution for a watertight fit. It's done in one day, easy to clean, and durable with no demo or mess, and it costs less than a standard replacement, plus a lifetime guarantee. Right now, you get no money down, no payments or interest until 2027. So start designing your bath today at bathfitter.com. There's only one Bath Fitter.
ESPN New York is throwing a holiday party you don't want to miss. Join us this Friday at your mother's house in Garden City. We'll be broadcasting the Michael K. Show live from 1 to 3, followed by Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg from 3 to 7, all while supporting a great cause. Bring a toy to benefit the Garden of Dreams Foundation and help make the season brighter for local kids in need. It's the ESPN New York Holiday Party this Friday. Brought to you by Spiked Aid, Security Dodge, Amazon Pickup, and ESPN New York.
All right, speak up, Jacob. Why Dylan?
Just, it's a wind blowing in here after that last call.
Okay. Well, no, I want to know. We should have a segment. Jacob's Logic.
Jacob's Logic sounds like a great movie.
Doesn't it? Like Jacob's Ladder?
Yeah, that too.
I like it.
Sounds like a sick horror movie.
All right, Booger McFarland is going to join us at the top of the hour, but we want to get in as many calls on this as we can.
That's your ace.
Because a lot of people are certainly chomping at the bit to talk about this. So let's go to Julian in Queens. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, Julian?
Hey, how's it going, guys? I guess they got the Don rant that they were looking for today.
Yeah,
eventually.
Listen, I would give Fran credit for doing that on purpose, but it wasn't. Thank you.
I feel like it was on purpose. But I feel the same way as all the other Mets fans out there, because they're hesitant to trust Stearns, considering that the trade deadline moves that he decided to make were trash, I guess, in a way.
Yeah, the Helsley one blew up in his face. Yeah.
Yeah, and then one of the only pitchers that actually did something for him, which was Soto, they got rid of him also. So that's why I think most Mets fans are hesitant to trust him. And I totally agree with you guys. Let's just see what happens. But considering how we haven't picked up pitching, which is what we've been lacking for the longest and what's been our greatest downfall, and we still haven't addressed that issue.
Well, it's a philosophy thing with him. He doesn't like to give big contracts to pitchers, and I get why, but you've got
older pitchers.
Older pitchers, for sure. Now, listen, there's, he can go out and get King. I think that's probably more logical than it would be Skubal, because I think there's a lot of competition. You got to trade for him too,
and then you got to worry about him walking in a year.
You're right. So that's a little dicey, but that's kind of a philosophy thing. And listen, no general manager is working with a perfect record, right? And certainly the trade deadline does not reflect well on him. So I can understand you lacking confidence. I want to see where it goes, and again, he's certainly on notice for that. Because if he gets this wrong, he will lose his job.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to Mike in Connecticut. You're on ESPN New York. Hi, Mike.
Hey, guys. Thanks for taking my call.
No problem.
Before I make my point, I do want to say one thing that I find kind of funny about Baltimore. They moved that left field wall back about 500 feet a few years ago for the pitching staff that they were building, and now they're building a righty power hitting team.
Well, I guess they can always move it back if they
really
want.
Good call by you. Yeah, really good.
But my point is, this might be completely reaching for not just stars, but farther than that. But do you think there's any part of some of these big market owners, because the rumor is, Steinbrenner's trying to get the payroll to a certain point, and I mean, clearly the Dodgers have no regard for money at this point. But do you think maybe the owners think that this lockout that's clearly coming after this season, maybe they think the end result of that is going to be some kind of salary cap, and everyone's trying to maybe be a little smart. Well, not everybody. Most everybody is trying to maybe be a little smart about spending.
Well, I think the Yankees for sure, because I think they're going to be on the side of wanting a salary cap. And the Dodgers are probably going to be on the other side of that line and spend like drunken sailors because they think they're going to ultimately win. And history, Mike, is going to tell you it's going to be very difficult for the owners to win this battle. Because unlike hockey, the owners are not going to be willing to shut the sport down because even the worst of the franchises aren't losing money. There were teams losing money in the NHL, and there was a lot of owners like, listen, I'll make more money not having a season.
Yep.
That's not the case in baseball, but if they want it bad enough, they'll lock them out or they'll go to war and really cut into the 2027 season, which is something you don't want. But, Alan, wouldn't that be the smart thing to do if you're an owner? Like, let's not get too crazy because I don't know how this is going to look.
It won't be a hard
CBA.
cap. It's not going to be a hard cap. They'll do a cap system that has a soft cap and the penalties when you go over it for the teams that are willing to pay the penalties. They already have something like that in place, but it's clearly not punitive enough. I think it'll just be a little bit stricter where a lot more teams then will use it as a way to make it a
But
hard
you could
cap.
also understand a team like the Yankees who, again, you showed me the list. I have it here of what each owner is worth.
Right, their value.
And it's probably worth bringing up as part of the conversation here. Alan had brought it earlier to my attention during our meeting. Steve Cohen is the richest owner in Major League Baseball.
What's he worth?
His worth is $23 billion.
That's not too bad.
Now, the Dodgers owner, what's his name?
Mark Walter.
Walter, who just bought the Lakers.
Right.
What's he worth?
$7.3 billion.
Wow.
Which is significantly less.
But
Rogers, the Blue Jays, $19 billion.
Yeah.
Now, way down at the bottom, number 23 of a 30-team league is Hal Steinbrenner, worth $1.6 billion.
That's crazy.
So, again, nobody's crying poverty for the Yankees, but they're not what you think they are when their owner is worth $1.6 billion and Steve Cohen in the same city is worth $23 billion. He's basically worth 20 times more than Hal Steinbrenner.
And Rich Eisen tried to bring up yesterday, he's like, well, but Steinbrenner also has deals with other entities, and so he's making money in other ways. And I'm thinking, but he's not making that much.
No, he's not making that. And he's also got to share with shareholders. Are going, listen, I'd like a ring, but I'd like some profits back for the money that I invest. So I'm sure the Yankees are looking at it and saying, if there's going to be a salary cap, we want to get out in front of this. And we'll be better off if the cap is $300 million, say, and they're at $300 million, then they're golden.
Mm-hmm.
And the other teams, maybe there'll be a soft cap, maybe there'll be some sort of grace period, or maybe they're going to have to start shedding some of that salary. So I think a good business is going to try to get out in front of what they see. And if the Yankees are going to be in those rooms fighting for a cap, then they should be spending as if they're going to win that battle. Mike, Vinny, Corey, Danny,
all
Gilbert,
of them, for God's sake.
hang in there. Booger McFarland, his weekly spot's going to be coming up next. We've got a list coming up at 4:30. It's going to be a lot of fun. Take you up till 7 o'clock right here on ESPN New York.
Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Hurry! It's your last chance to donate for 2025. Last chance! Donate now for a 2025 tax deduction.
John Ryan.
Yeah, Dad.
I think I came up with a killer slogan for our law firm. D'Agostino & Associates, bite back.
Bite back?
Yeah. When someone hurts you, you bite back. We'll be the law firm that bites back.
Dad, that's brilliant. Accident victims, call D'Agostino & Associates and bite back. Hey, we could even put a big vicious dog on billboards everywhere.
Yeah, and Rottweilers on buses.
Hey, how about a toll-free number?
What are you thinking?
You know, like 1-800-BITE-BACK.
1-800-BITE-BACK. That's brilliant.
But what if people hear fight back?
Easy. I'll spell it out for them, like 1-800-BITE. Back. 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222.
Love it. Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
All this talk about biting back got me hungry.
Me too. Want to grab lunch?
Sure. Hey, how about a jingle?
You mean like D'Agostino, Law, Bite Back?
Progressive knows sports brings people together, but you gotta feel bad for people who don't even get it. Some people will never know what it's like to see their favorite team's hopes decided by a ping pong ball to draft the next superstar. Or not. I mean, sure, it's silly for your happiness to hinge on the success of a 20-year-old entry-level employee, but you just can't help yourself. The stress is exhilarating. Progressive can't bring people together like the draft, but we can bring your home and auto insurance together with a bundle. So switch and see if you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states or situations.
Getting more as a MyLowe's Pro Rewards member is easier than ever with the Lowe's app. Download it today and earn 500 points the first time you log in. Plus, your digital wallet helps you scan, save, earn, and access what you need to manage it all in one place. Download the Lowe's app and take advantage of your Pro benefits today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid 12/1/25 through 1/7/26. Offer valid for first login per organization only. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Additional restrictions apply. Visit Lowe's.com/terms for more details. Subject to change.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
The on to the Dodgers. There's only so much leash that David Stearns is going to get, and I actually think Mets fans are probably at the end of it now.
We are very optimistic and confident about where we are headed. This is a failure for the Mets.
What's happening? What are we doing?
What is it that changed that you got outbid by, of all the teams, the Dodgers?
I could have went into it saying I want to be a Met, but because you played games with me, now I decide I'm not coming back.
Andrew Friedman out-negotiated David Stearns and the Mets.
I don't know how you couldn't have that opinion.
Morning Start with DiPietro and Rothenberg. Weekdays from 6 to 10 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Hey, this is Mika Zibanejad.
Hey, this is Adam Fox. Catch every Rangers game right here on 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS FM HD2, New York.
Wow, that was something, man. I just witnessed history.
Yeah.
That was like it was like sitting next to Dale Jr. in the Daytona 500
in the pits.
In the pit.
Yeah, we just changed the equivalent of changing a tire on radio during what was our shortest break of the hour.
Yeah, it was unbelievable to see it get done.
It was pretty cool.
I say it's beyond a tire. It's bigger than that.
Yeah, we changed.
And we
want to show everybody?
Yeah,
Anthony,
he doesn't.
Anthony doesn't want to show you.
No,
sure?
No.
We had damaged
Anthony,
goods.
Just give it right to
we
the
just
engine.
had to switch out a microphone, and believe me, it's not easy. But I give Alan a lot of credit. I would have given up at one point.
No,
we just continue to fight through it.
Listen, I'm the first to admit I'm not good at a lot of things.
No, but I
can fix stuff.
We did it.
Right.
We did it. 4:03 in the big city. Don Hahn and Rosenberg with you till 7 o'clock. We got a list coming up at 4:30.
Like you dreamed.
ENN at 6. We've got Gunther, who's going to be joining us coming up at 5:30. He's got his fight with John Cena to say goodbye to Cena, who's making the rounds. He wore a suit on Jimmy Kimmel that he should be embarrassed about. I don't know if you saw it.
I
Looked
don't
like
love
a zoot suit.
I don't like John's
suit choices.
Look, though, right? Doesn't he always do that?
Corny. His look is corny.
He's always done suits that are like big pinstripes, the thick stripes.
The thick stripes, yeah.
That's that era. Like there's an era there.
But he's always kind of been there. I just don't get it.
But we're in this era, so
I don't know why. I'm not exactly sure.
But
you don't think it's good
for
to
a
go back
handsome
to the
rich
1940s?
man?
It's working out for him, but
no, he's going to power through it.
But somebody who also knows how to dress and joins us at 4 o'clock every Wednesday.
You don't know that.
I know it for a fact. Is Booger McFarland, and he joins us here on Don Hahn and Rosenberg. How are you, sir?
What's going on, gentlemen?
I mean, there's so much going on as we get a day away from, believe it or not, Week 15.
Where do we begin?
What is the feasibility that we could actually see Phillip Rivers playing in a game 5 years after he retired?
Well, I think I give a little bit more credence to it now that he's been signed to the practice squad. It sounds like we are a Riley Leonard do not play from seeing Phillip Rivers, and God help him. I mean, When you haven't played football in 5 years, man, that is a tall task to ask your body to go from the couch and playing dad to 10 kids. So all of a sudden now you got to go and face the Seattle Seahawks. Like, that is a position I wouldn't want to put my own enemy in.
Yeah, I was just sitting here talking to the guys during the break about it. Booger, I'm old enough to remember a time when it was impossible for 2 years removed for Colin Kaepernick to get a backup job. It's now possible for Phillip Rivers to head into the playoffs at 44 years old. There are things I just can't get my head around with this league, bro.
Yeah, it's a different league, man. I think the familiarity with Shane Steichen and Phillip Rivers, and Phillip has been there before, maybe that gives a little insight into why they call Phillip or why that went down. I don't know. I think there's so many more options than to go get a 44-year-old from Alabama off the couch and to play football. Like, it's almost disrespectful to the other players that have been playing this game all season long to think you can come off the couch at 44 and just show up and go play.
And since I just mentioned it, the name Colin Kaepernick has been getting mentioned some this last week because people have talked about weird NFL relationships with quarterbacks. What did you make of the Shedeur Sanders thing this past weekend? Played his best game so far. Then they get an opportunity to tie, and he's on the bench. As they then go on to say he's going to start the rest of the season. What are you making of the Cleveland Shedeur situation?
Well, Shedeur is he's getting better. I think that's the thing you want to see as a rookie. Like, he's nowhere near where he needs to be, but he got a little bit better this past week. Kevin Stefanski is a two-time coach of the year, so I think he knows what he's doing. We can question the two-point call, but they've been going, anytime they get down by the goal line, they've been going Wildcat like the last month, so it wasn't surprising.
True.
But as far as Shedeur is concerned, Shedeur is playing well. He's starting to get it a little bit. And I think he earned the right to finish the year, and we can see where he goes.
In the college game, Boog, we saw number 2 beat number 1. We saw Indiana, not basketball now, it's football. Indiana go to number 1 with that win over Ohio State. And then Fernando Mendoza, who everybody's been talking about, and of course here in New York with teams that are in the top 5 in the draft and one that desperately needs quarterback help. There's been so much about, is he that guy? Is he that type of guy? You've watched the game. You know it. Is he that guy? Is he starting to show us something? Or do you think that, because I know Mel has said this is not a strong quarterback draft, and he is not somebody that would have been a top pick in other drafts. What do you think of him?
Yeah, I think I concur and agree with Mel. I think that in a year where the quarterback position doesn't have a can't-miss prospect, he's probably going to be the best. And so do you settle, or do you punt the ball down the road and try to do it again next year? I think a lot of teams are going to have to make that decision. The Jets, I think Arizona, to name a few, are going to have to make that decision as far as the quarterback of the future. But Mendoza he's shown enough. Just go back and look at the last drive of Penn State. Look at the drive against Ohio State. So he knows how, like, he's got the it factor now. He may not have the strongest arm. He may not run 4.5, but like there's a little something to him. I think you have to ask yourself, is that enough to be a franchise quarterback in the National Football League? And I think that's something that has yet to be determined.
All right, sticking with college, your thoughts on Notre Dame being out?
I thought Notre Dame should have probably been in over Alabama, but I can understand why the committee did not want to penalize Alabama for playing in a 13th game. With that being said, like, if you're a Notre Dame fan, you got to be embarrassed by how your school has acted. The AD, Pete Bavacca, all the threats and talking about permanent damage from the ACC. Like, at some point, man, just accept your fate and move on. Don't go on this scorched earth turf tour where you're telling everybody and you know you're trying to puff your chest out. It's a bad look for a prestigious university like Notre Dame.
Lane Kiffin going to LSU. You know something a little bit about LSU and all that has been said about that and the outcry about it because you know he's leaving a team that has a chance to be in the playoff and all that stuff. Like I'm sure because of your LSU ties that you probably feel like this is a good move, and we all know it's a good move. You make a smart business decision, but the process is maddening, Boog, because I don't blame him. I blame the process. I blame the schedule. I have to get there because I got to start the process of recruiting, and I have to start it just feels like college football, the rules are the reason why we get mad at people for making the changes that they make. You agree or disagree?
Yeah, I would definitely agree with you. We all want to have an opportunity to better our employment if we can, based on the success that we've had or lack thereof. And so I think that Lane just did what we all want to do. If you guys are doing great at drive time, next thing you know, they might ask you guys to host a morning show and pay you a lot more money. And I think you guys have earned the right to do that if you want to. And so to your point, the calendar does not allow Lane to do one thing in sequential order and then go do another. Sometimes the things overlap because of the calendar. And I thought that he tried to make the best of a bad situation. And anytime you do that, feelings get involved. And Ole Miss said, yeah, you're leaving, then don't come back. And Lane was trying to coach the team, and they said, nope. And I understand that, because if somebody's leaving you don't want them to hang around and sleep in the other bedroom. You tell them to get the hell out. So I get where Ole Miss is coming from. I wish there was a better way, but so is life in college athletics.
Talking to Booger McFarland, his weekly spot here on Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. We kind of touch base with you every so often, and it just feels like we're getting a clearer picture now on the future of the Kansas City Chiefs. Are they officially dead, or you still think there's a pulse?
Mathematically, I think they're alive, but theoretically, I think they're dead. I think this version of the Chiefs is done. I think that Travis Kelce is a bit older. It's time for him to go and, travel the world with his billionaire, soon-to-be wife. I think Chris Jones might get traded. Then I think it's time for Brett Veach to retool the entire team around Patrick Mahomes and a young defense. And it's okay. Like, this iteration of the Chiefs with Kelce, Mahomes, and Chris Jones, they went to, 5 Super Bowls, 7 AFC title games, 3 Super Bowl wins. It's a pretty good damn run, if you ask me.
Booger, after my guy, Jaden Daniels, ends up getting thrown to the ground last game and they pull him out, now they say he's not playing against the Giants this weekend. I was all for him getting whatever reps he could get. At this point, isn't it time to just shut this thing down and think about next year?
Yeah, I would, but here's the thing about it, man. Like, he's still a young player who needs to play and get better. What message do you send to the rest of the team? And, nor does he want to send that message that, he's bigger than the team, even though we all know the quarterback position is. So I understand both sides. If it were me, I would probably play him, but I would also limit the amount of quarterback runs. So in other words, this is going to be a drop-back passing game, and I would tell him, you can play, but, the moment you start running around and getting hit, I'm pulling you out. So, if he knows how to play and just, kind of do the Peyton Manning thing, play quarterback, and if somebody gets near you, just fall down.
Yeah, Brady was good at that, too.
I'd play him. Exactly.
Well, man, enjoy the week. I can't believe it's already week 15, and we will talk to you next Wednesday.
Sounds good. You guys have a great day, fellas. And it doesn't sound like the Knicks are doing too well, Hahn. What's going on, buddy?
No, they're on the upswing right now.
They're going to Vegas.
All they've done is won 8 of their last 9 games. They're 14-4. 17-7.
Yeah,
and they're going to Vegas to play in the NBA Cup that everybody's excited about.
I didn't even know they had an NBA Cup going on. That sure got excitement there.
Listen, we understand. You're very deep in football, right? College and the pros a lot.
No, he just wanted.
Is that the reason? Hey, is the NBA Cup the reason they paint those floors?
Yes.
It's
the reason. Okay. It's the reason you think you're watching the CBA or something like that. You don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah, hopefully they can go ahead and be done with that soon.
Wow. It's a great endorsement, though. We're going to put that in the promo book.
Thanks, Bug.
Thanks a lot, Bug. We'll see if he'll be getting a phone call a little bit later on today. 1-800-919-3776. Always good to talk to Booger McFarland. Can't believe it's already week 15.
I love what he said.
And it starts tomorrow.
About Phillip Rivers, though. Like, he sounds like he's worried about him.
Well, listen, it's no joke, man. Like how? What are other equivalents? Just off the top of your head, like how long was Guy Lafleur out? He was already in the Hall of Fame. He was probably close to 5 years, right?
When he came back with the Rangers?
Yeah.
40 was he? What was he? 41?
I don't even think it was about the age. Like how long was he out?
Oh,
That's the only one that I can think of.
Yeah.
But here's the thing that's like mind blowing about that. he made a really good point. When you look at this team and you have guys who are there, right? Brett Rippon, whoever the backup guys are, that's what I'm seeing right now, is second on their depth chart. Obviously, Richardson's on the IR. They don't have that option. But, like, man, you have someone, even if it's Brett Rippon, you have a guy who's been there, who's an NFL quarterback, who's been a part of your system at least for a moment. You're not better off with a young person who's been there I know he works with Steichen, but still.
This goes back, but that part of it I think counts. This goes back to what I was saying about the athlete nirvana thing that DiPietro talks about. And it's the fact that more important is the mind, right? The ability to process, the ability to see it, the ability to know, and can the arm still put it on target? The rest of it is up to the offensive line to give you at least 3 seconds. And then you have the mind to know, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3, I got to get rid of it because I can't run and I don't want to get hit.
I agree with you. I do, and I totally get that part.
Whereas a young quarterback might try things
or they might
turnovers
panic. And so even if they're physically gifted, they can't do it.
Yeah.
I hear you. But how 5 years removed, him seeing NFL playoff speed is going to feel different than anything he's ever done previously.
Well, you're
he's
saying
not going
playoff. He's got to get in that's why if he's going to do this, he's got to play in a regular season game to see if he can. Like they have to give him a series and just see if he can do it. But yeah,
just checking out. Guy LaFleur was 4 years.
Right,
he retired in 85. He came back with the Rangers in 88, 89. So it was more like 3.5 years. He was 33 when he retired. Came back at 37. This guy's 44 years old.
Which of the next 2 weeks do you think he'll enjoy? The Seattle defense or the San Francisco defense?
It's a great call.
You haven't played in 5 years.
It's a great call.
We had the conversation yesterday about like where would you rather be? A talented quarterback but just dumb as a stump, or 44 years old, haven't played in 5 years, but is a savant? Like, what would you rather have? What do you think is more costly? For every great play that the athletic quarterback can make, there could be a few dumb ones that are going to cost you a game. Phillip Rivers isn't going to do anything special, but he might be able to manage his way with the best running back in football.
True.
Throw a couple of screen passes.
The answer is that. The answer is the old man, as long as he doesn't first step out there. And to your point, you got to see. You talk about seeing ghosts. It could be like, oh my God, 5 years has meant 5 years was 100 years.
Yep.
I can't do this.
The game has changed.
I can't
in
do
5
it.
years.
Were you surprised it was 2020? Like I was like, I was talking to somebody like I think a couple of years, and when I looked, like 2020 was 5 years ago.
Did you hear the first
Did you
thing
think
he
it was
said?
that long?
No, the pandemic changed.
I know.
It doesn't.
We
time
lost
didn't
time.
exist.
I'm telling you, 60 seconds is now 30 seconds since the pandemic. But the first thing he said when he got to the podium was, "Hey, no Zoom." The last time he did interviews as an NFL quarterback was Zoom.
And that feels like 5 minutes.
That's the world we were in.
I'm trying my best to not do it. It just keeps falling on me.
Got to get a kickstand for yours.
I'm doing the best.
We got
one more.
The mics work in the sense that you're hearing us, but as far as like what's holding them up,
that's the question.
That's a problem.
Now the thing is, I bet you the mics will work through the rest of the show.
If you could, where would you do it?
I do it at FanDuel.
Of course.
Okay.
If they would take bets on that, because it's the number one sports book for same-game parlays. From points to rebounds to threes and assists, FanDuel is the best place to combine your favorite picks into a same-game parlay or track every stat live, all in one easy-to-use app. And right now is the perfect time to join because new customers get $150 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. So bet on the players you love the way you want. Head over to FanDuel.com/Peter to sign up today. FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA, 21 and over and physically present in New York. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expires 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467-369.
All right, let's get back to the busy phones. 1-800-919-3776. Vinny on Long Island. You're on ESPN New York.
Hey, guys. Thanks for taking my call. I'll preface this by saying I'm primarily a hockey guy. I'm a huge Rangers fan, and, I follow the Mets occasionally. But I compare Alonso a lot to Kreider in the sense that they both had a lot of individual accolades and times throughout their New York careers. But, Don, you mentioned it earlier, and that's the big point is, like, there's no championship to go with it. So I think it's like, how much worse can you really get? Like, there's no wrongdoing. I think what Stearns is trying to find something new with the Mets here and, get them the ultimate goal is to win.
Right. I mean, Kreider had a 52-goal season, and he had, tied for power play goals. I think Alonso's a better overall player than Kreider, but as far as significance to the organization, but you look at it and go, all right, it was great. We gave it a try. We gave it a couple of kicks at the can, maybe one too many kicks at the can, and it was now time to let it go, and it's kind of the same with the Mets. You hate to see them go, but were they really that close, Vinny? And same with the Rangers. Well, geographically, they were close. They were in the conference final 2 times in 3 years. But when you look at how they lost to the Lightning, how they lost to the Panthers, you realize they weren't that close. The Mets gave the Dodgers a little bit of a run, but at the end of the day, they still lost in 6 games, and then you follow it up with an 83-win season. And I just think that the fans go crazy and they love it, but are you that close to a ring? Isn't that what it's all about?
And that was I think that's why they earned that this past year. The run at the end of 2024 earned. Let's see if they can take that and run with it and have a full season. Did we find something? And that's the smart thing to do. All right, let's see. But the other smart thing to do is to not then feel like, oh, we got to give it more time. No, if it doesn't hit right away, then you have to realize, okay, that wasn't it. Now let's get to what we need to do.
It's a great point because I can understand the Met fans being more mad last year, coming off of going to the playoffs and him hitting the home run, even though he didn't have a great year.
But that was a heroic moment.
But what history may show you is Stearns actually gave him an extra year, gave the team. I don't believe in this team, but I'll give it another shot.
They earned that.
And they dropped the ball.
Yeah.
And, by the way, also added one of the best players in baseball.
Yeah, made you better.
And took a huge step back.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Soto wasn't great at times, and Alonso had a much better year than he had the year before. But again, it's not collecting numbers. It's about, does it help us win a championship? And he believes he's got another plan. We'll see if that plan is going to work out. Danny, Long Island, you're on ESPN New York. How are you, Danny?
Oh, I was having a pleasant day, guys, until it all busted out. As George Costanza once said, much anger in the air, like an old man brings soup back at the deli.
I know, but I was challenged.
I was angry that day, my friend.
I've worked very hard and as much as I love hockey and I consider myself a hockey guy, if I've spent going on 25 years at this radio station and all you think of me is as a hockey guy, you know what? You haven't been paying attention.
It was very insulting. You should never have taken the phone call, and I think you guys should have a vote on whether there's a ban. Because if I have a call,
the ban already happened.
The ban's out. Okay, let me entertain everybody.
It's up already.
I was at work, so I have the chat on. Can I give you some of the chat that entertained me during this incident?
Yeah, let's do it.
Here we go. First of all, Louis thinks we should change the Booger call every week to a Fran call. That should be a regular spot.
Okay,
that would be interesting.
Butch the Kid posts Fran Battle Royale with Danny from Long Island. Let's get that going. That's interesting.
I think you'd kill him.
I like that.
Kill him dead.
Mark Goldenberg takes it another step. Fran, Richard, Danny, and Tessa. Who's the last one standing?
Steel cage match.
And some guy named Jimmy, I think I wrote that right. He just wants to see Fran fight Giff, which I don't think that's going to happen. But listen, you had the exact right opinion from the get-go. If everybody wanted to call up and have Don freaking out, there's no reason to freak out, because if you freak out and you're wrong, well, then apologize. This is like equivalent to complaining about your meal before it's been served. Because if the Mets go out and make if they go out and make 3 or 4 nice moves now, and they challenge for a championship again next year, and Alonso's going to hit 50 home runs in that ballpark. There's no way of getting around it. But the only thing I don't like about losing Pete is because again he's out Met, and when I look at the general manager, he's got that I'm the smartest guy in the room. I'm from MIT. I know the numbers, and they're going to tell me Pete's war and his lack of defense and all that stuff. Blah blah blah. When Pete has proven I can hit home runs at Citi Field in a 20-mile-an-hour wind coming in from Flushing Bay, and that does not show up on graphs. I watched Soto this year take his big swing and stand there and get ready to pose, and realize, oh, that's dying on the warning track. So not everything is analytical, and sometimes all of sports now is too much analytical. And I didn't want to lose Pete. I was hoping he got Tatis. The reason we didn't make the playoffs wasn't because of Pete, because our pitching sucked.
Yep.
Full stop, everybody.
Right.
Yep. So they could have won without Pete. And people say, well, we didn't win with Pete. We did not win because of Pete. Derek Jeter went 15 years in a row without winning a championship. Was that his fault?
But don't fall into the what ends up always happening, Danny, and thank you for the phone call, about this year. Because I do think if he was willing to take like a 2-year, 3-year contract, then maybe they would have said, okay, we could do that. We could make that work. But if Boris was like, if you're not going to give us 5, we're walking. Then all right, go walk, because I can't be stuck with a guy playing first base until he's 36, 37 years old. When I've got a right fielder, I'm going to need to DH maybe as soon as in 2 years. So it's not like we can't win with Pete. The things we need to do means Pete's got to go. Not financially, just he can lock us up.
He doesn't fit in the plan that we have.
Right.
That's all that means.
And until I see what that plan is, how am I supposed to criticize it? Because maybe the plan works.
Yeah, look, 2 weeks from now, we could be shredding him for this, but it is smarter to let it play out before
and
you
my
react.
plan is, and your plan, and Peter's plan, and everybody's plan is that we'll be here at 3 o'clock, whatever day that is going to be, to be able to call him on the carpet for it. But I'm willing to see what that plan can be.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a list, and you know what? You guys have no idea.
No, I peaked.
No,
I peaked. I like it, though. I peaked, and I liked what I saw.
Well, thank you. You don't hear that often.
Well, the last one was performative, and it was intentional. But
I was looking right at you when I said it, Peter. Which, by the way, can you move the monitor? How about your nuts? Can I get some?
Yeah, Peter, why are you, you stoop down like you're hiding?
Yeah, you're like Wilson right now. I need you to move the monitor.
And do you not want to be on YouTube? The mic's in the way. You're a mess.
Yeah,
you're an absolute visual mess today. And you're a damn good-looking guy.
Wait, what about what's the problem?
I can't see you.
Yeah.
How about now?
Now
I can see
it's a
you
little
now.
bit better. You have the mic in your face.
And
Alan can't see you.
What
You're hidden
happened to
behind
your
the monitor.
limp mic? I have a limp mic. I'm dealing with the best I can to have it not fall on my face.
Well, I just wanted you to move the monitor because I'm trying to make eye
So how's
contact.
that?
I'm a big eye contact guy.
He's a big eye
If I'm
contact.
going to speak, I want to look at you.
Look you right in the face.
It's very
like
difficult.
a man.
Like
That's what
Alan,
you do as a man.
Alan sometimes gets lost in a phone conversation because there's no eye contact.
Yeah, it drives me crazy.
It's
Hard
very.
time.
You got to bring him back. It's really
Very difficult.
It's really difficult to do. So we've got the list, and Alan peaked.
Bet your ace.
Gunther's coming up at 5:30. ENN at 6.
Cool, man.
It's Hahn Rosenberg till 7 here on ESPN New York.
This is Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York.
Is there a line? That's what I want to know from a Knicks fan. At this point, there's really only one line that you should not cross. While you need to maintain some depth, and while you can be patient in all of it, there's only one line you cannot cross, and we know what that is. It's Brunson.
There's nobody that can't go before Giannis.
Bart Scott, Chris Carlin, weekdays at 10 a.m. on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Listen up, New York. It's football season, and you should be out there enjoying every play, every tailgate, every moment. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, joint pain, or sciatica, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. That's where Dr. J. Shaw at Sandwell Pain comes in. He's one of New Jersey's top pain specialists, Ivy League trained, double board certified, and dedicated to getting you back in the game. Here's the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical, image-guided procedures that get real results. Dr. Shaw treats everything from neck pain, back pain, migraines, nerve pain, and chronic joint pain. And he builds a custom game plan that's right for you. Same day or next day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. And yes, most major insurances are accepted. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Go to SandwellPain.com to call, text, or book online. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN right now to try it for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
And now it's time for traffic. Here's Brandy Scott.
Thanks
Thanks so much, guys. We've got some rain moving through Jersey, slowing you down, getting through Paramus. Heavy ride on 17-4 in the Garden State Parkway. Inbound George, just about 10 to 15 for the upper deck. Lower level, a great ride. Not so much on the outbound side. Definitely want to stay away from the upper level. We've got a crash out there. Only one lane is squeezing by. Cross Bronx westbound, pretty much at a standstill from the Bruckner on through. Deegan packed both up and down, heading over to the Cross Bronx. Outbound Lincoln, your best bet at 20 to 30. Outbound Helena, running you 30 to 40. Long line of brake lights on the Staten Island Expressway westbound, heading over to the West Shore from the Verrazano on through. This report is sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you're not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Visit mad.org. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Whether you're building a single roof or a successful roofing business, roofing contractors like you need the right tools for the job, and software is no exception. Service Titan is on a mission to be the most powerful software platform for the trades, with purpose-built technology proven to maximize revenue, streamline operations, and deliver 5-star customer experiences. We are taking roofing companies like yours to the next level and beyond. Service Titan. We are built for this. See what we can do for roofers at servicetitan.com.
The holidays are rolling in, and if men in your life are struggling with their holiday wish list, tell them to add Manscaped to make gift-giving easy, fun, and completely stress-free this year. From the beard hedger to the lawnmower trimmer, Manscaped's precision tools keep you looking sharp, feeling confident, and ready for every event and celebration all season long. These aren't just stocking stuffers, they're upgrades for your daily routine. And right now at Target, you can save 20% on the Lawnmower 4 and 3 kits, Handyman, and the Beard Hedger. Hurry up, supplies won't last long.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
Just made the list, buddy.
This is The List with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
I don't know if guessing works with the list today, only because Alan already peaked.
It's right there.
Just mind your own business. You know I'm working on a list. It's
I know
Wednesday.
you were. Listen, I used to cheat off paper all the time.
I don't know. Peter
Can I get some?
wants to take a chance here. You know, Pete Alonso obviously goes to Baltimore. It's the big story of the day. We're going to continue with your phone calls in a bit.
Cool, man.
So for me, okay?
Yeah.
So this is listen, all the lists are mine. But this is just my personal Met exits that hurt me the most. Now, I guess the first question for Peter is, would Pete Alonso make my top 5?
No, he's not going to make yours. I don't think he'll make Don LaGreca's.
He does.
Okay, good.
But barely at 5.
That's what okay. So I was almost right.
Because I always liked Pete. Now, if I was 12 and this happened, maybe it'd be different.
Yeah.
Because I'm 57, so I'm not crying about a guy that's 20 years younger than me, 20 years, even more than that. But still, it bothers me because I had hopes that this would be a forever Met.
Yeah, I mean, like at one point we figured out what was toolish about him. We understood it, we accepted it.
But he was our tool.
He became our tool, and I get that. But it's certainly not Tom Seaver leaving the Mets.
Well, and Tom Seaver would obviously be number 1. I was very young at the time. It was 1977, so I was 9. I was understanding the game of baseball.
Boy. It hurt.
It was part of the Midnight Massacre, so I'll give it away. Tom Seaver was traded to the Reds, and Dave Kingman, who was my favorite player at the time, turned out to be an awful human being.
Yep.
But I didn't know that at the time.
How
would
would
home
you?
Run.
How would you know?
I didn't know. And that day he was traded to the Padres. It was called the Midnight Massacre. And Tom Seaver is 1 and Dave Kingman is 3 on my list.
So they're both there.
So Pete Alonso's 5, Kingman's 3. Tom Seaver, of course, is number 1 with a bullet.
So does Ray Knight make it?
Ray Knight, that was the face-off between Alonso and Knight. The reason Alonso won is because Alonso was drafted by the Mets. Ray Knight had established himself as a really good player. He was the replacement for Pete Rose at third base. But the thing that really hurt was Ray had won the World Series MVP in '86.
Yeah.
And Frank Cashin wouldn't give him a lousy $200 million.
Yeah.
Like, they offered him $800,000.
$200,000.
It's crazy with the money.
$200,000.
$200,000.
You said $200 million.
Well, because
that would be now.
That would be now. But for a lousy $200,000, even then, that was minuscule. Like, he wanted $1 million, and the Mets offered him $800,000. He went to Baltimore instead of getting a chance to help the Mets repeat in '87 as the '86 World Series MVP. But I did not have him make the list. So I've got Seaver at 1.
Kingman at 3. Alonso at 5. Are any of them of recent vintage?
No.
Okay.
But they're attached. They're attached at the hip.
Darryl and Doc?
Yeah.
Wow, that's 2 and 4?
Gooden is 4. Now, Gooden did it to himself. He got suspended in '95 for the cocaine. Got a 60-game suspension. While in suspension, tested positive again.
Not what you
was
want.
out for the entire '95 season. But when he came back, he signed as a free agent with the Yankees. So that really hurt.
Oh, yeah.
And then when he goes to the Yankees, he not only wins a World Series, pitches a no-hitter.
No-hitter, yep.
So that really hurt. I didn't know that at the time, but it still hurt because Doc. And then Darryl, the thing with Darryl is that he's part of the '88 run. They lose to the Dodgers in 7 games. And remember, he had I'm sure somebody ghost wrote it for him, but he had like an article that throughout the playoff run, and he was hinting about wanting to go home, go to L.A., and then he ended up signing with the Dodgers, and that certainly hurt because he was one of my favorite players too. So I have that at 2. So the list goes: Pete Alonso going to Baltimore 5, Doc Gooden eventually going to the Yankees at 4, Dave Kingman traded to the Padres 3, Strawberry signing with the Dodgers 2, and then Tom Seaver traded to the Reds. I have number 1.
The Seaver
story.
The Seaver story to me is one of the most bizarre reasons or motivations to trade a player that I don't think I've ever seen anything like this in sports, in modern day sports. And we all know in like the 40s and 50s, there was like, who knows the kind of salacious things going on behind the scenes that caused trades to happen that today when you look at them, you're like, why the hell did they make that trade? Again, Babe Ruth trade still is one of the most all-time blunders. But the Seaver trade, if it happened today, like, how could it possibly happen today? What would be the equivalent? You know the story. I know you do.
Yeah.
Dick Young?
Yeah, Dick Young couldn't stand him.
Who was the sports editor at the Daily News.
Back when he had a lot of sway.
And just for some reason had influence over
M. Donald Grant.
And Donald Grant. Think about it. A sports editor having that kind of influence, and they were just looking for a reason because there was some type of a personal ego issue that was happening there. But the guy's a great pitcher, and you kind of like, well, I like winning, so let me make sure I still have one of the best pitchers in the game. But instead, Young finds reasons to keep needling him to a point where then he that's it. I got to trade him now, and makes the trade. Like, as somebody on the media side, like, if you look back at that now, if that happened today,
crazy,
you'd be eviscerated.
Yeah, it would be
evisceration.
It would have been, but with sports radio and the way things are now, it would never would have happened today because, again, there's no columnist that would have that kind of an influence.
Imagine you had that kind of a relationship because in the old days we all went into the bar and we all hung out in the bar. Everybody was in the bar. So you were with team executives, with ownership, all that stuff. It just happened to be that way. But today you just don't have that kind of connection. But can you imagine having that kind of influence?
But again, I'm not defending the reason that Dick Young can have that kind of influence over the Mets organization. But remember, after 73, 74, 75, 76, they just went completely downhill.
Yep.
M. Donald Grant got fooled into believing the Mets were better than they actually were. Remember, they made the playoffs that year in the last day. I think they were like 82 and 80. Something ridiculous. It was barely above 500. And then they made the run. They end up big upset of the Reds.
You got to believe.
You got to believe with Tug McGraw. And then they take the A's to Game 7.
Yep.
But they weren't really that good. They didn't really improve the team.
Almost like what last year's Mets were?
Yeah, exactly.
Went on a run, really weren't that good, but went on a run.
And listen, so when they traded him in 77, the Mets were going nowhere. I mean, they were awful. So in a lot of ways, maybe there would have been more pressure to do something. But back then, when players were held to such a high regard because of what happened in '69, what happened in '70, he was Tom Seaver, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
And they didn't get enough of a return for him. What was it? Doug Flynn? And it was not a great return.
Pat Zachary?
Yeah, Pat Zachary came over, a part of another list that I had earlier this fall. Obviously not getting the return you needed. And again, another guy goes to Cincinnati and pitches a no-hitter, goes to Chicago, wins his 300th game at Yankee Stadium, of all places. Just real crazy. So that's the list. That's a personal one. I'm sure other people would have other people on their list, depending on their era.
I mean, it's hard to argue those, though.
Yeah, but this is still good. It's a well-timed, good list from the heart, from a hockey guy.
Yeah, I'm just a hockey.
It's amazing you were able to get
hockey
5.
guy.
Did you go? You had to Google all this because you're a hockey guy. You don't really have that kind of depth.
Michael called me during the break and he gave me all the lowdown.
Well, he's a baseball guy.
Because he's a baseball guy.
Oh, that's the guy you have
How
to
can I possibly hold anything but hockey in my head? Because Fran from Massapequa not only thinks I'm just a hockey guy, but I'm stupid. I can't possibly multitask. But it is one of, if you really think about it, it is one of the great stories in the history of sports media.
What's that?
That someone who's just a hockey guy could work 24 years at ESPN.
And a functional moron.
And it's not like I'm Barry Melrose who played and coached.
No.
Somebody that just liking hockey and knowing hockey 24 years at ESPN. Not at Sportsnet.
No.
Don, think about it, though. Think about how much better than that story's good. The story's good. Think about my story. Talentless hack.
Wrestling guy.
Wrestling only. Not even a sports fan. I don't like it.
You don't even like sports.
Don't even like
completely
it. Don't watch it. Don't like it. Don't have an interest in it. Can't make a point about it.
No.
And yet I've lasted 10 years at the worldwide leader.
Who do you know? You got pictures.
Yeah, and it was only the last since the summer they signed on with WWE.
That's right.
So like the first 9 years.
It took you 9 years. That's a lot of work for you.
You might be faking it for 99% now, but it was like 100% for 9 years.
Exactly.
That's a better story.
That's what I'm saying.
At least hockey's, we do occasionally talk about it.
It gets mentioned at least on the ticker.
Yeah.
So,
I used to hear this all the time about Francesa. You're a football guy. What do you know about baseball? They used to say it all the time to him, right? Right?
No.
Well, that's
he's
funny.
the Pope. He knows everything.
But he's a football guy.
Russo's a tennis guy. That's actually a better story. That Chris Russo was able to dominate it for decades just being a tennis guy.
Only liking tennis.
Tennis guy.
Yeah, why do people do that when they know in their own life they're into multiple sports? They're able to follow multiple sports and have an understanding.
Because this is a very hard job, and not everybody can do it. So the fact that we do it to make it look easy, everybody thinks it's easy.
Do people understand, the Frans of the world, do they understand that those who have these jobs, which we're very fortunate to have, don't have them simply because you know a lot about the sport? A lot of people know a lot about sports. We have callers. Richard may know more about actual remembering things from sports than anybody you'll ever talk to in life. Did any of them realize that what the main part is about your ability to communicate that in an entertaining, off the top of your head way every single day for 4 hours? It's not just memorizing the book?
Obviously, to them, no. Now, another thing that I never told anybody. I was going to save it for the
Secrets.
book.
No, come on.
That when I was hired to do the pre and post for the Jets, I thought it was for the Winnipeg Jets. And I was on my way. I was starting to book flights to Winnipeg, and then I'm like, no. The Meadowlands. It's the New York Jets. And I'm like, well, they already hired me, so
Don't tell them.
No,
16 years, I'll just fake my way through football.
You know what he did? The second he found out, he was already at the airport. He goes straight to the Hudson books and picks up a Football for Idiots and just starts reading. I got to learn this game.
That's right.
What do they do?
Cancel my flight to Winnipeg.
He was like Eddie Murphy coming to America, an oblong ball through an H.
Right. Football for dummies.
Football for dummies.
Right
Learn
there.
it as best you can.
I remember, and I remember walking in and sitting down with Terry Bradway, my first meeting with the Jets, and him just explaining to me about there's 4 downs.
How long did that take to figure out, by the way? Because the downs thing is crazy.
That was the difficult. The safety, I think it was like year 3 before I finally understood what a safety
2 points for a safety. And they get the ball?
And they get the ball. That's the thing that was.
Now, because you said Football for Idiots. This is a true story. I'm not going to name names. On the hockey beat, there was somebody that joined the beat middle of the season because for whatever reason on a different paper. And among the books that he had with him, he carried around Hockey for Dummies.
Actual
sports writer. Hockey for Dummies.
Well, so
Was it cover any Islanders?
Yes.
So
and that's what, like, didn't Charles Wong hold that up when he bought the team?
He might have. But
maybe,
I'm saying
maybe he grabbed it from that writer.
But I'm saying we looked at each other like,
oh boy.
So that means it's a newspaper who just doesn't care that much about it and just assign someone to it.
Clearly, just
and he's
needed,
like, all right.
They needed a warm body to just be there and hold the tape recorder.
Didn't that happen with Chance the Rapper on Saturday Night Live?
Let's do that hockey.
That's where that came from. All right, more of your calls at 1-800-919-3776. As you can see, the Fran from Massapequa call has stuck with me.
Hey, that's so funny. Von Nostrand, MD, in the chat just said Don's still reeling from the Fran call.
Yeah, it affected me.
I get dumb
Put 'em on
when
the
I
board.
speak to dumb people.
Don Hahn Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
Cool, man.
D'Agostino, law, bite back. I'm injury attorney John Ryan D'Agostino, nicknamed The Closer, continuing D'Agostino and Associates' legacy of helping the injured for over 35 years. My father, John D'Agostino, built this injury firm to help accident victims.
This is John D'Agostino, and this is a family firm. For us, it's about doing what's right and making sure somebody pays for your pain. Call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-BITE-BACK.
They call me The Closer because big or small, in court or out, I'm fighting to get the job done, to win, to get you every dollar you deserve.
D'Agostino and Associates has offices throughout New York and New Jersey and will come to you. I've been there and I'll be there for you. Call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222.
New York Lottery's holiday scratch-off games are the perfect gift for everyone on your list.
Like me, your Aunt Jules. I told you I didn't need a gift this year, but I secretly really want one.
Or me, your neighbor Frank. I hope you didn't forget I'm coming to your holiday party tonight.
Or me. Why does no one ever think of the voiceover guy? Anyway, New York Lottery's holiday scratch-off games have more winners and top prizes up to $5,000. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Brees Hall, the I-back, at the 5-yard line. Handoff, Brees Hall finds a crease, runs left. He's into the end zone for a Jet touchdown.
Jets fans, come out to MetLife Stadium for a Week 17 divisional matchup. See the New York Jets host the New England Patriots Sunday, December 28th at 1 p.m. Presented by Ticketmaster. Lock in your seats now at nyjets.com/tickets. Once again, that's nyjets.com/tickets.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Hurry! It's your last chance to donate for 2025. Last chance! Donate now for a 2025 tax deduction.
New York Presbyterian treats more heart patients than any other hospital in New York. From common to complex conditions, our cardiologists and heart surgeons are pioneers in advanced heart care, leading the way in minimally invasive treatments for faster recovery times. Find a doctor at nyp.org/heart. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian. New York Presbyterian Hospital based on U.S. News and World Report 2025 to 2026 Cardiology, Heart, and Vascular Surgery Rankings.
Out here, days are getting a little cooler, and mornings are starting with a few more layers. It's the season for more time at the grill, more feed for your animals. Heaters burn late into the night, and the woods start calling your name. We appreciate hard-working hands, shared moments, and love for our land. That's why season after season, we're here for your life out here. Tractor Supply.
This college football season, show your school spirit every time you pay. Introducing college-branded Venmo debit cards. Rep your team on and off the field with custom school designs that let everyone know who you root for. Whether you're tailgating, grabbing snacks for the watch party, or celebrating a win, you can unlock 15% cash back at ESPN. 1 free year of Perplexity Pro and more. This college football season, score more with the Venmo debit card. Get yours now in the Venmo app. Learn more at venmo.com/collegecard.
Max cashback varies. Terms apply. The Venmo MasterCard is issued by the Bancorp Bank, N.A.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope. It's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA Store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
Oh, a little old Alice Cooper. I like that. No more Mr. Nice Guy. Good job, Jacob. 1-800-919-3776. Met fans, for the most part, disappointed, but I am hearing some people being a little logical about, where the Mets could end up going at the end of the day.
Well, we just want them to just give it a minute. If you we'll have the day where you can flip out.
Oh, believe me.
But give it a second and see what comes of this.
Right.
That's all.
Because remember, this isn't some game. This is a man's job, all right? Whether you like him or not, he is in charge of putting together a championship team. He didn't believe Pete Alonso was a part of that. Didn't believe that Diaz was a part of it, although I think Diaz more didn't think the Mets were heading in the right direction or just wanted to be in L.A. with his brother. Who knows? But let's see how this goes. But he's on notice. It's not going to be like we're not going to pay attention. We're going to be paying attention.
Oh, yeah.
Jose's in Connecticut. You're on ESPN New York.
Hey, guys. Man, Don, sorry about that. Man, don't pay attention to that guy, man. You're the man. We all love you. Don't let one idiot, ruin your day, man. But I do want to disagree a little bit because I understand the let things play out, right? Like, I'm not flipping out or anything, but there's a couple of narratives I just don't like, right? Number one, I can't stand when people say, well, you didn't win anything with them. First of all, I mean, we did get to the NLCS, and the best players were in the clutch time were Diaz and Alonso. Like, we have other holes that cause us to lose, and now you just caused more holes, right? So, like, you didn't address – like, we have other problems to address, and you created more, right? This reminds me of, like, Shane getting rid of Saquon and McKinney, and right? Like, and now the other one is, well, let Stearns do his job. But for the last 2 years, Stearns just keep getting reclamation projects. We're paying Montas $17 million next year. Right? How many reclamation projects do we have on this team already? It's been 2 years. So what I'm saying is I want to wait, but Stearns so far has not showed me, besides what the Soto signing, which is a Conan move, that he's really like,
and that's
fair. What I mean? Like, he's this mastermind.
And that is fair.
May I?
Go ahead.
Jose, other than Montas, which we all can agree that was not a smart move, what are the other reclamation projects?
I mean, look at all the pictures that we found. It was, what was it, the pitcher that left after 1 year to the A's, and that we got him for nothing, right? Manaea, 3 years after one okay year, he's not doing well.
Yeah, the one thing that you can get into is his philosophy about pitchers.
That's a separate conversation than all these reclamation projects.
And he caught lightning in a bottle with Quintana
and Manaea down the stretch. Yeah.
Senga was healthy for the most part until later in the year.
Yeah, he is,
and it came together, and it didn't come together last year. All right,
right.
So again, not every general manager or president of baseball operations is going to have a perfect score. There's going to be misses, but it's a general philosophy which I agree with. Giving older pitchers long-term contracts I don't think work. But he was in on Yamamoto. Yamamoto didn't want to come here, but he would have given him a ton of money because he was a young pitcher, and that would have worked. And I think Skubal, if he's able to get him in free agency next year, I think that's somebody he'd pay a lot of money to.
Yep.
But paying these 30-something guys 7-8 year contracts, he's not into that, and I agree with that. One worked, 1 year worked, the other year didn't. It's not.
And name me the team whose bullpen is not a reclamation project, gambles, just potential.
Hey,
everybody builds their bullpen. The Dodgers
haven't had a bullpen in the last 2 years and won a championship.
Like the Dodgers do this all the time.
It's so true.
And all their starters get hurt all the time.
But
they figure it out.
They figured it out, and he's trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
But please, no one's calling Pete Alonso a loser. It's just I don't think he fits into Stearns' plans of what a winning team is going to be because he's 31, because he's not a great defender, all right? Someone that likely, if you gave him a 5-year contract, the final 2, possibly 3 years of that contract, he's going to be a DH. They don't want to clog up the DH the way Stanton's clogging up the DH with the Yankees because they're going to want Soto to be the DH because he's a bad defender and he's here, and they're going to try to mask that by making him the DH. And if I've got an aging, unathletic first baseman that should be a DH but is stuck at first because Soto's my DH, now I've got a bad defensive first baseman. That's not going to age well.
You mean you have what the Yankees have? You have Stanton, who can't play the field. You have Judge, who you don't want to keep playing him night in, night out in right field. And then you have Ben Rice, who's a first baseman, but sometimes catches and you'd like to DH a guy like Rice. So you have too many of the same pieces. You don't want to get stuck in that kind of quagmire.
So nobody's calling him a loser.
Well, Peter read a text of a friend who said he was a loser.
Right.
Cole did say that.
And it's not even really about the money because we know that Stearns can afford. I mean, we know that Cohen can afford it. Mm-hmm. It's just you don't want to get landlocked the way the Yankees were landlocked with Stanton.
Yep.
And that's what it comes down to. And let's not forget, he did hit the home run against Devin Williams, but that was not a great year in his walk year. He bounced back nicely. And he was able to parlay that into what? $1 million more per year? Because it wasn't like it's really about the years. He's only getting $31 million. He only got $1 million a year more off of that great season. So
how did we miss that? From that moment to now, if I told you as Pete is running the bases, in 2 years, Devin Williams going to be a Met and Pete Alonso won't be a Met.
I know, crazy. Right?
Absolutely nuts.
If I told you in that moment.
And if it were up to Stearns, maybe it would have happened a year sooner for both. Mm-hmm. Who knows? Mm-hmm. Big 5 o'clock hour. Gunther's going to join us at 5:30. ENN at 6. Don Hahn Rosenberg take you up until 7 o'clock, and it's our coverage of Rangers and Blackhawks here on ESPN New York.
FanDuel is the #1 sportsbook for same-game parlays. From points and rebounds to threes and assists, FanDuel is the best place to combine your favorite picks into a same-game parlay or track every stat live, all in one easy-to-use app. And right now is the perfect time to join because new customers get $150 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. So bet on the players you love the way you want. Head to FanDuel.com/Rick to sign up today. FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA. All in one easy-to-use app. And right now is the perfect time to join because new customers get $150 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. Must be 21 and older and physically present in New York. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions do apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467369.
Friends, it's football season, the best time of the year. You should be out there tailgating, cheering on your team, and enjoying every Sunday. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, sciatica, or nerve pain, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. You don't have to live like that. There's help. Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain is New Jersey's top pain specialist. He's Ivy League trained, double board certified, and is dedicated to helping you get back in the game. Here's what makes the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical image-guided procedures that deliver real results. Dr. Shaw treats neck pain, back pain, joint pain, migraines, nerve pain, and sciatica with a plan that's customized for you. Same-day and next-day appointments are available, and with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood, relief is always close. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Visit SandwellPain.com to call, text, or book online. Most major insurances are accepted. That's SandwellPain.com. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
And now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. If you're heading over to the outbound, George, definitely want to stick with the lower deck if you can. We've got a big issue on the upper level underneath the apartments. Crash involving a pickup truck and a tractor trailer. Right now, all lanes are out. Traffic is stopped there from the Bruckner on through, making it a slow crawl on the Deegan northbound, heading over to the Cross Bronx. Delays go back across the Triborough and up onto the Bruckner. Southbound, Deegan in rough shape from the Mosholu on down. Inbound, George, just about 5 to 10 for the upper deck. Outbound, Lincoln, still your best ride at 30 to 40. Outbound, Hahn, already 45 plus. Crash on the Cross Island southbound right after Union Turnpike in Queens. Left lane is out. You're slammed there from the Bayside Marina. This report is sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you're not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Visit MAD.org. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Tire care shouldn't come with extra costs or surprise fees, and it should be simple, straightforward, and stress-free. So at Midas, they're rolling out the limited lifetime tire guarantee. Included with every tire purchase with paid installation, you'll pay nothing for flat repairs, nada for flat replacements, zilch for tire rotations every 5,000 miles, and zero for other preventative maintenance. So with this limited lifetime tire guarantee, you'll pay a whole lot of nothing compared to what the other guys charge for tire care. That's a limited lifetime tire guarantee only at Midas.
My name's Brian Windhurst, and I've seen a lot of good offense in my life. If you're looking to initiate some offense of your own against your high-interest credit card debt, I'm letting you know a SoFi personal loan might be the play. A SoFi personal loan could be quite the triple threat with low fixed rates, no fees required, and as soon as the same day funding. View your rate for a SoFi personal loan at SoFi.com/offense. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, NA member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply at SoFi.com/offense. NMLS 696891.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Game Time is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it is game time, fellas,
it's Tully time.
Are you fellas?
It's Tully time.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, was he trying to himself?
You tossed to yourself there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because fellas, and then you heard double Don voice.
Yeah. Well, then we had a little bit of your Alex P. Keaton.
Michael J. Fox?
Michael J. Fox. Yeah, I put the two together.
I get it.
I probably should have laid
when
out
I say
there.
fellas, I'm talking about you guys, not
but
necessarily what the drop's going to be.
We're supposed to lay out, though.
Yeah, we're laying out there. It's Don time, baby.
Enough of me. Let's talk more to me.
Now to Don.
The Hockey Rangers go to Chicago to take on the Blackhawks for an original 6 matchup with coverage beginning at 7 o'clock with Dan Grassa right here on 880. You can see the game on TNT, first game of their doubleheader. Chicago's in a tough spot, right, because they get thrown around by TNT. Like when they played the Devils, they tried to make it the second game of the doubleheader. Right. So it was a 9:30 Eastern time face-off, 8:30 local. Now they're trying to make it the first game, so they're going to face off at 6:30 in Chicago.
Did you see what Prime did last night?
No.
So the first game of the quarterfinal, East quarterfinal, right? First game was Miami-Orlando, started at 6. That game took a little longer than expected.
Right.
Tip-off, Knicks Raptors in Toronto was almost 9 o'clock. 8:50. 8:50. What are we doing?
We talked about it yesterday, Peter.
Yeah.
Because Monday was the 45th anniversary of John Lennon being murdered.
Yeah.
And it being announced by Howard Cosell on Monday Night Football as the Patriots, with 40 seconds to go, are going to kick a game-winning field goal. And we were doing the whole time thing. Like, that was close to midnight. I think he was officially pronounced dead at 11:30. When Monday Night Football used to be at 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kickoff at 9.
Remember it well.
Yeah. Don got yelled at because he would
and
be
that's
at the
where
top
it was
of the
announced,
stairs.
right?
And it didn't.
Howard Cosell told the world.
Yep.
And
on ABC.
And because we told the story on Monday, but ABC got the inside because somebody who worked at ABC was in the emergency room when they brought Lennon in. So, of course, they let Howard know. And Howard wasn't going to do it. He was having a conversation with Gifford about, would it be inappropriate? They're about to kick a field goal to win the game. And Frank's like, this is John Lennon. We have to. And Howard Cosell, with a dead on arrival. Mm-hmm. Crazy stuff.
I saw a clip moving around yesterday of a video of Stevie Wonder announcing it at his concert.
Oh, really?
He was performing that night, and he had just found out.
Wow.
Is there someone, because everything is so like divided musically. Is there someone that could have that kind of impact? Not just globally, but generationally. Like, you don't want to mention, God
who was
forbid.
it?
Like Taylor Swift is gargantuan. But there's going to be a generation that's not gonna completely understand her. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Peter, who was it that I thought it was a concert in Vegas that someone announced when Tupac passed?
No, it was here. It was Long Island. It was Nas announcing it.
It was here?
I think it was at the Coliseum.
Wow.
When Nas went on stage and announced that Tupac.
That's right, because he does make the reference to East Coast, West Coast, and it's time to put all that away.
Yeah. That's a pretty crazy
that
one.
shook the room.
Yeah, I'll say. That one, Tupac and Biggie were shockingly huge.
Yeah.
But there's always going to be...
And they had crossover appeal.
Yeah. It's rare that there's going to be someone who reaches everybody. John Lennon reached a lot. Obviously, the number one example ever would have been if, like, Michael Jackson had died in his prime. That would be the number one example.
Yeah. Yeah, Elvis
dying was huge.
Mm-hmm.
But under those circumstances, like murdered, like that...
Yeah, that
took it to a different level, right? Like,
I felt personal.
But I will say, from everything I've heard, and we talked about this quite a bit, even from people who did not pay attention to sports, Kobe's up there in terms of who it reached,
and his daughter
the way it happened,
him and his daughter, all of these horrible things about it. Kobe and the fact that basketball transcends so many places and generations. I think Kobe is right up. My dad compared it to Kennedy's death. And my dad's a political type. He was like, my dad said at the time, since Kennedy, I've never seen the world stop like this.
Well,
when Kobe passed.
Yeah, no, but
Jake, were you with us when that? Were you on the show when Bart and I? Because I believe that when that all was going down, we were on the air.
No,
I wasn't on the show.
That was a Sunday.
That was a Sunday. I remember it being a Sunday.
Sunday morning.
Yeah, it was a Sunday.
Was it
you were
the
on the next day? Yeah, sure.
There was something. I remember just getting like we were like, oh my, like getting live information, like, and having to process.
I'm sure the next day, Monday, when they were able to probably give the official details of how it happened and all that. But it was definitely, I want to say, like late.
Then
morning.
there was the Tiger Woods car accident that you thought.
Thank God
he might have been gone in that one. The one on the the car flipped over.
That was terrifying, and that was shortly after.
Yeah, it wasn't too far.
There was it was like no way. There's no way it cannot be like that. No way. And thank God it turned out not to be that. But yeah, Kobe's up there for craziest.
No, that's not bad.
No, it was just
Well, if you want to do a really dark top five, Doug.
Yeah, let's not do that.
But it didn't bother me that Monday Night Football was at 9 because when you're younger, it doesn't matter.
I liked it.
Now it's like
I liked it.
8:15. I'm like, let's kick off already, for God's sake. Because and it really was different because I don't know how long you were able to stick with the Monday night game, but with it going to overtime, it didn't end till like 10 to 12. Like it went late. And if that was a 9, they would have spilled like deep into like 12:30, quarter to 1, had that game been a 9 o'clock kickoff.
How about by the way, none of us mentioned the nozzly behavior of Justin Herbert after the game.
It was an ENN.
I wasn't here.
Oh, that's right. We broke
you did
down
bring it up?
a whole thing about the walk-off and some fans who say it's useless anyway and others who like it because you get some personality. But the way he did not come off well at all in that situation.
And my guess is it was a lack of awareness. But
well, we blame the PR. Somebody's got to be next to him pulling him over to Laura saying, no, you're being requested. You're up.
Not requested. This is this is the NFL's
the request. But he's wandering around trying to find people. And in that moment,
I want to celebrate with my team.
Blow her off. Yeah,
that's bro.
That's not right.
Again, I've been around those situations in all sports, and as much as you might think no one cares, every regional and national television game that's broadcast does this.
Yep.
So obviously, they've done the analytics. People want interviews at the end of games. The PR director's got to be right there. Like, should have been right next to him because it's already arranged beforehand. You win this game, we're going to talk to him. You broke your hand, you had surgery earlier in the week. We're talking to you, and the PR director directs him. Him wandering by himself looking for somebody, that's totally on Chargers PR, period.
That's a good call.
Yeah.
That's very good inside baseball from you.
Can I bring up a question we asked way before the show started?
Yeah,
we got into the Mets stuff, and it's very interesting, and we will certainly get back to it. But because it was something that happened last night and it's still fresh and there was some reaction to it. And our pinhead suit, John Winthrop, had a take as a Knicks fan that caught my attention.
This is interesting, yeah.
So the Knicks won last night. They now advanced. They'll be in Vegas. They're playing in the semifinal.
What, are they? Did I hear this morning? 11-4 in Cup play, like best record.
Well,
in the 3
they're the
years.
only team that's gotten to the quarterfinal.
Mhm.
So, yeah, they've done really well, but they haven't gotten this far yet. And anyway, so now there's a funny place Knicks fans are in. And we got one call late, Don, after you had gone to do the Devil game.
Right.
We got one call from somebody that said, I don't want them winning this thing. I said, why? And then John Winthrop said the same thing today. I don't want them to win this. I'd love to see them win Saturday, but if it goes to Tuesday, I'll be rooting against them. He literally said, I'm rooting against them.
Yeah, full on against.
Now, the game doesn't count. It doesn't count towards your record.
This would be game 83 at the end of the year,
So it
right?
doesn't count.
By the way, they have to fix that. Let's start there.
I agree.
There has to be a way that it counts for something.
It has to.
Something. Tiebreaker, something useful.
That's a great point about the tiebreaker. So he's saying, I don't want them to win. And his reasoning is this, and I wonder how many Knicks fans feel this way, and if you guys think this is ridiculous behavior. 800-919-3776. Because if the Knicks win the NBA Cup, the league wants you to hang a banner. And the thinking is that the Knicks would then be mocked because they've waited 53 years, they haven't won a championship, and like the idea of them hanging a banner. Like when the Lakers hung the first one 2 years ago, they put it up with the other 17 that they have won, the real champions.
Yeah, no problem. And they just won one.
And it was almost like comical, like, well, why would you put that right next to those? So the joke we were making was, where would you hang it? You're going to hang it next to 1973? And Don, didn't you say, like, well, put it next to Billy Joel?
Yeah,
like,
right.
Put it on the other side? But is there some credence to this thing going around Knicks Twitter of winning it would only open the door for criticism and being mocked and teased about a banner for an NBA Cup that people would say, yeah, it's the only championship you'll ever win and all that stuff, that people want to avoid that narrative because it's been so long.
I can totally see fans thinking
and
that.
John 100% believe, I don't want them winning because I don't want that, which is, I think it's insane.
Now, let me ask you this.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
The league's going to make you put it up because they want you to be in it.
Need it.
Can you wait till next year? Do you have to raise it the very next game that you play?
We were in L.A. when the Lakers hung their banner, and I believe it was their first home game since
now
the NBA Cup.
If you could change it, because I understand the awkwardness of this, but if you could just wait till next year and you raise it, how is it any different than if the Rangers raise a Metropolitan Division championship or a President's Trophy banner? If you look at Madison Square Garden, there's plenty of banners that Patrick Division champion, Metro, like you throw that up there.
The Knicks have put up Atlantic Division championship banners.
So
they did one in
how is that
2013.
any different?
They might win it this year.
But how is that any different? It's a banner. It's not a championship banner.
Right.
So what's the difference? It's a cup.
Yep.
All right. No one is going to acknowledge that it's anywhere near winning an actual NBA title. But it is an accomplishment that's no different than a division championship or a consecutive sellout streak. Like you see banners up all around the league.
That's actually really good.
Where it's like
consecutive
give me a break.
sellouts.
Yeah, right. So
there are
how is it
arenas
any
that do
different?
that.
How is it any different?
They retire the number one, and it's for the fans. Like I've seen that banner in some buildings. But you know what it is. I think this is insane. But I want to know what Knicks fans think. Jake, Knicks fan, are you? Is there? Okay. Get your headset. We got plenty of time.
That's all right.
It's all good.
We'll wait on you.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I know the show's not that interesting for you to be listening to with your headphones on.
Well, he's doing work.
What is he doing?
That requires no headphones?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm grabbing stuff for Ian, and we have a bunch of stories here.
There's a lot going on.
I know there actually is a lot going on. Can I just have some fun with you?
Listen, have your fun.
You're the guy that said he wasn't good looking. I said he was.
Yeah. By the way, I mean,
right?
Cool.
So I'm still good with you.
I know. All I said was he wasn't so good looking that he never had a repug
he won't
period.
let it go.
I'm not.
Instead of just saying, I'm sorry.
So,
how would you feel about
why can I be the Steelers and just cruise through without having a losing season?
Right.
Did you ever believe that?
Winning record, no championships, but he's winning.
Sure.
So the Knicks win the NBA Cup, let's say, and they'd have to put the banner up. Would you cringe at that like John Winthrop would?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Why?
And it is not because them hanging up the banner. It's if this Knicks regime or, in the next couple of years, if they don't deliver on the championship, I already know what NBA Twitter, what people on ESPN are going to be talking about. They're going to be talking about the one banner that they raised was the NBA Cup, and it doesn't matter. I mean, people were when LeBron won his banner with the Lakers, that's what they were talking about. But, this is their championship. This is what they're going to do.
So let me get this straight then. So now you'll root against them.
Yep.
So that you don't have that embarrassment, but yet people will say, geez, you can't even win that. You can't win an actual championship, and then the cup, you can't even do that.
Get smoked by the Thunder in the NBA Cup
And how about
final.
the test of, I want to see if this team can win a big game.
There you go.
So you're going up against, in all likelihood,
the Thunder.
The Thunder.
Yes.
A team that you're going to have to get through to win a championship.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't see value in beating them, even if you looked at it as a Fugazi championship. It's still a big spot, national television, a team you're going to have to get through.
Okay.
As opposed to, all right, you root for them to lose, and the narrative of, well, look, you can't beat the Thunder in a cup. Why do you think you're going to beat them in a best-of-7 series? People are going to get on you no matter what until you actually win a title. But meanwhile, it's something. It's a nice test, a box that you can check trying to see if you can win a big game against a really good team. I think that has more value than what Net fans are going to say or Laker fans are going to say about you. Stop it.
Now, you're not wrong about that. But listen, as a Knicks fan and a Jet and a Met fan, we get criticized for so much. And then not only that, when the Knicks beat Boston last year, there were NBA fans from other markets saying that was our banner. When the Pacers beat us, Pacers fans were trolling us. Your banner was beating the Boston Celtics in 6. Now, I mean, I don't want the NBA Cup to be our banner for the year because I have bigger plans for this team. I actually thought, and I still think, I mean, they could get close to 60 wins this year with the team they have. But
who's talking? Who are these people? 95% of the town's Knicks fans. Who are you worried about trolling you? And every single one of them was also eligible to win this cup and didn't.
By the way,
it's Twitter.
Can I also point out?
It's not just Twitter, but
if I may,
just the media too.
If I could point one other thing out.
Yes.
If you go to the finals and lose, you're hanging a banner. It's called the Eastern Conference Championship.
I'll rather that banner. I'll rather the Eastern Conference banner than the NBA Cup banner. Now say we lose in the Eastern Conference and we got the NBA Cup. I'm going to be happy about it. Us winning 50-plus wins, us getting the NBA Cup, and falling short of the Eastern Conference.
But like I said, you've got all of these franchises that hang like yo-yo banners on, right?
That's true.
We love yo-yo banners.
500 consecutive sellouts. Silly, stupid things. Division titles, all these things that nobody's forced you to do it. They decide to do it. The NBA's making you do this.
Yep.
So anybody that mocks it, like, who cares? We know we got bigger fish to fry, but it was a big game, national television against the best team in the NBA. We won something that everybody was eligible for, but we're the ones that won it, and we don't necessarily care about it anywhere near as much as an actual title, but we're hanging it up, not because we're showing off, not because we're trying to entertain our fans. The league is making us do this. So, dude, man, people are going to troll, but come on, man. You got nothing. To sit there and root against your team, against the OKC Thunder. Come on, man.
Against the Knicks. He said it. I will root against them. He said it.
I will say this.
That's crazy. He has a point, though. Rooting against them for the cup. It's NBA Cup. It's a game that doesn't matter.
I think it's still odd.
For two, the Lakers get criticized for their bubble championship.
Who cares?
But that's what I'm saying.
They
None
call
of
it
this
a
matters.
Mickey Mouse ring. So if they call it a legit NBA championship,
It's
that
a
was
summer
won
league
during
title.
circumstances compared to an NBA. So if that was a summer title, what is this? What is?
But why do you guys? I got to tell you guys, this is maybe generational. The overthinking about what other fans are going to say to you.
Oh, it's a real thing now. You're right,
dude. You want your team to kick ass. If there's a chance they could play Oklahoma City, and you'd have an opportunity to set that tone early, you don't think that'd become a storyline? They beat Oklahoma City Thunder at this stage. Of course, they would.
But I'm just trying to wrap my mind around. I know I'm only a hockey guy, but try to educate me.
Go ahead,
basketball.
Do your best. We'll see if you can do it.
Is what fans are trolling you. I can understand if the Nets have won 5 of the last 6 titles. They're nowhere. So no Net fan's going to say anything.
I'm not talking about
All
that.
right?
I'm talking about the Celtics. I'm talking about the Pacers.
You know
the
what this
Hawks,
is?
the Hawks
a
previously.
Celtic.
The Hawks previously.
No, wait a minute. All right, so the Celtics talk. You can't counter by saying, we just beat you in a series last year. Mic drop.
You're right.
So who else is going to come at you? Lakers,
Pacers,
you got a COVID
Hawks?
title, and you won a cup.
Allen, am I lying? Pacers, Hawks.
But you know what you're doing, though?
Oh, my God.
This is what Peter
What have the Pacers won?
What Peter said, though, is unfortunately what has happened in sports is you're now so worried about criticism from the markets that you never would have heard before if not for what?
But social media, but I'm just saying what fan base is going to come at you. Nets can't come at you. Celtics can't come at you, all right? All right, maybe the Pacers can, but the Pacers have never won a title. Never mind, not since 1973. Who else is coming at you? Spurs fans?
It's worse to lose in that game and have everyone say, see, you'll never win a championship. You can't even win that one. I'd rather be criticized for winning or mocked for winning than for losing.
And honestly,
right? That's my feeling.
And if Winthrop's thing was, I don't care.
No,
then,
he cares.
all right, then don't care.
Yeah, he
but to
cares.
sit there and root against your team because you're afraid of the trolls?
Crazy.
God, like then the trolls win.
Well, let's see.
Think about how they're controlling you. Where you're going to sit there in whether you want to think it's a big game or not, it's still, even in its rawest form, a game against the best team in the NBA you might have to face in the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
And to get you to root against them because you're afraid on the 2 minutes you're going to be on Twitter before you go to bed, some fan 3,000 miles away is going to go, that's like, honestly, I feel sad for Winthrop. I feel sad.
I mean, Don, you say that, but then you got shows like NBA Today, you got shows like SportsCenter that'll grab that clip of certain tweets, will feature it on their show, and will
and you know what else will matter?
Ha about it.
You won. Because do you know what they're going to do if you lose? Same thing.
Yeah.
Can't win a title. Can't even get this banner. How are you going to win? You can't even win this banner.
Yeah, that could be the same thing, and I think that hurts worse because that's a reality. I've got to face the Thunder. I'm deciding whether I trade for Giannis or not based on how good I think I am right now. I get this very unique test of going up against the Thunder. That's probably who they'll face. And to show that maybe I can dance with them. Get blown out by 40 points. To me, that's worse. People have more of a reason to troll.
I agree.
Oh, you think you're championship caliber, and in the NBA Cup you still wet your pants.
Right. See, I mean, you're right about that, but I do think there is a clear-cut difference between the Thunder and the rest of the NBA. Like, even without Shea this last couple games, they've still been playing their best basketball. Before that, without Jalen Williams, they were playing their best basketball.
Haven't played the Knicks yet, though, have they? So you never know.
I mean, you're right about that.
Let's take a couple of calls on this real quick. 800-919-3776.
Let's do it.
Jay in the Bronx.
Hi, Jay.
Hey, how you guys doing? Look,
Good.
The Knicks are a lightning rod of attention, negative, positive. It doesn't even matter. If you ever listen to Draymond Green, we live in his head. The Knicks live in his head rent-free. It doesn't matter whether you win or lose. They're still going to criticize and use it as a reason to ridicule. Might as well win everything in front of you. If you got a healthy locker room, all you want to do is win. You shouldn't be listening to any of the punchlines. I want to win everything in front of us. I've never seen us win anything of significance, and I'm 50 years old. I've been rooting my entire life. This is the best we've been in a long time. Win everything in front of you until you win that championship, and everybody could just shut up. So I don't understand the reasoning behind rooting against your team. I've never done it. Whatever's there, and we're there, and there's confetti falling on us, I want it.
You know, I love you, Jay. I'd give you a hug if I could, because that's the culture we live in now. Oh, lose for draft picks, lose to get my coach fired, lose the general manager will resign, lose, because what does it matter at the end of the day? You know what? You know when they'd get mocked, and this wouldn't even happen. You know when I would kind of laugh is if they stormed 7th Avenue if they want to go. I'd be like, guys, relax.
Right.
I don't think there's a Knicks fan in the world. Because were they dancing on 7th Avenue last night going to Vegas?
It was college basketball fans were doing that last night when I walked out of the building.
That's right.
But
You get the idea.
The point is, I think Knicks fans are going to look at this and
but
go,
if they beat OKC,
cool.
I could see some people would turn up.
Where's my drop? This is how, if the Knicks beat the Thunder for the NBA Cup, they should feel this way.
Cool, man.
Yeah, and that's fine. You start
I'm
dancing in the street.
That. If it's
all right,
OKC,
fine.
I'm above that. I'm above that.
But
how about Ye?
But the thing is that you'll only get trolled if you all of a sudden they had a parade and they started. Remember, this is a franchise that changed names of streets for going to the conference final. Okay, that was more laughable.
Donnie,
honestly,
the mayor did that.
I know, but that was more laughable than the NBA Cup.
That's my
I'm
good
saying. I don't think I think Knicks fans are going to like it. They're not going to go crazy because they know they've got bigger fish to fry. But to sit there and root for your team to lose against anybody, but especially against the Thunder, because there's going to be a few trolls. They're going to troll anyway, man.
Yeah. So disgusting.
Very sad.
Very disgusting.
Gunther.
I call him Gunther. We're going to get clarity.
I've got a question now. Thank you.
Yeah, wow. I swear to God, if you could look, Jacob, real quick, if you get the different announcements from the different ring announcers, I swear they all do it differently.
Yeah, I think
even on TV, there's Lillian Garcia does one, Alicia Taylor does one, Mark Nash does. Everyone says his name different.
Really?
We're going to get to the bottom.
So this could be our Dable moment, the Dable-like table.
Yes, that's a great point. We do this. We do it right.
All right.
We give you the pronunciation.
That will all get straightened out next on Hahn Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
D'Agostino & Associates is a legacy firm, and I'm proud to be a part of that legacy. I'm Jenna D'Agostino, and like my father, I fight to get justice for the injured.
The hustle and grit of these streets shaped me. I'm John D'Agostino, and from the concrete to the courtroom, I built this injury firm 35 years ago to get accident victims justice. So call my team first, 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222.
You want justice? Think Jenna D'Agostino. Think D'Agostino & Associates. Justice isn't just a word. For us, it's a way of life. It's having compassion for your struggle and getting you paid for your pain. Now that's justice. D'Agostino & Associates means being there for the injured.
Seriously injured? Call my team first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. D'Agostino & Associates has offices throughout New York and New Jersey and will come to you. I've been there, and I'll be there for you.
D'Agostino Law Bite Back.
It's Chuck Devine in Snow Country. Check off the wish list with instant savings and free battery offers on select steel tools. Shop online or in store. More fresh snow for Wednesday with a bit of a mix close to home and all snow further north, some accumulations too. The big-time snowmaking already has Camelback on 13 trails in the Poconos. Bel Air on an impressive 2/3 of their terrain, and Wyndham Mountain on more than a dozen slopes, pack pattern on a fast, firm base. Gore Mountain's 20 trails cover 10 miles in the Adirondacks, and Whiteface with 56 trails covering 14 miles. Jiminy's 8 slopes in the Berkshires cover 3 miles day and night. Stratton on 40 trails, Killington more than 60. Both have action for all abilities, nearly 50% of their terrain. Smuggler's Notch a couple dozen pack powder trails. Look for Shawnee in the Poconos, Mountain Creek, New Jersey, and Pico, Vermont on Friday. Mount Peter, New York, and Southington and Mohawk in Connecticut Saturday.
You don't just ski or ride, you dominate. At Killington, we fuel your adventure. Be the beast. Ski and ride Killington.
Hey, New York and New Jersey, commitment issues? No problem. Now you can get unlimited talk, text, and data for $25 a month forever, as in for life. Switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, you may experience slower speeds. Pay $25 a month as long as you stay on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
Health surprises can change your life in an instant. You've seen it happen to others, but it doesn't have to be your story. At Princeton Longevity Center, we customize actionable and proactive health plans to maximize your lifespan and take control of your health. Our Cancer Check program combines cutting-edge technology with top medical expertise to keep you ahead of potential risks. With advanced full-body imaging, genetic testing, and multi-cancer detection blood tests, we look for even the earliest signs of problems. Results are analyzed by expert physicians who craft a personalized plan to safeguard your future. You're not just a patient, you're a partner in your health journey, backed by a team committed to helping you live longer, healthier, and more vibrantly. Our programs have saved hundreds of lives and empowered countless others to take control of their health. Be proactive with your health for the ultimate peace of mind. Call 888-8000-PLC or visit PrincetonLongevityCenter.com.
The holidays are here, and Amazon Pickup is your MVP of package pickup. Need that perfect gift like a brand new jersey for the big game? With Amazon Pickup, you can grab your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule at no extra cost. It's fast, it's easy, and it keeps your holiday surprises tucked safely away. So whether you're running from work or heading to the holiday party, Amazon Pickup makes holiday shopping worry-free. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
Now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. If you're heading over to the UBS Arena, Islanders alumni taking on the cast of Shoresy for a benefit tonight. Starting to move better on the Cross Island southbound. They picked up that crash right after Union Turnpike in Queens. Now just some pockets of delays there from Northern Boulevard. Still awful at the outbound. George, stick with the lower deck if you can. Crash on the upper level underneath the apartments involving a tractor trailer and a pickup truck. Only one lane is squeezing by. Cross Bronx westbound at a standstill from the Bruckner on through. New collision on the Deegan northbound by the McCombs Dam Bridge. Left lane is out. You're crawling there heading over to the Cross Bronx. Delays go back across the Triborough and up onto the Bruckner. Outbound Lincoln, your best ride at 40 minutes. Outbound Hull now close to an hour. This report is sponsored by the New York City Department of Transportation. Speeding ruins lives. Drivers, watch out for pedestrians and cyclists and slow your turns to less than 5 miles an hour. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
The post-career day press conference brought to you by Progressive.
Anthony, can you tell us what happened during career day?
I'm a biomedical researcher. The kids just weren't impressed.
How did you feel when your son called in the backup?
Embarrassed, and I knew it would be a fireman. It's always a fireman. It's cliche, but a crowd favorite. He had an axe and everything. I can't compete with that.
And will the fireman be helping your son with his science fair project?
Hope not. I'm literally a scientist.
Like it or not, sometimes you need a backup. That's why there's Progressive to protect your home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Who knew caffeine could taste this good? With 5-Hour Energy Shots, caffeine just got a serious flavor upgrade. We're talking big flavor, from watermelon to strawberry banana to sour apple. Packed into a tiny 2-ounce bottle, you'll get as much caffeine as 12-ounce premium coffee with 0 sugar and also 0 crash. And with 17 bold flavors to choose from, there's a shot for every mood. Find your favorite flavor in-store today or grab a variety pack online at 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon and give your caffeine a flavor upgrade.
And what page has the drops? Ladies and gentlemen, it is going down on Saturday. I can't believe we're actually here, but the over 20-year, nearly 25-year career of John Cena comes to an end at Saturday night's main event in my hometown of Washington, D.C. And the man who will have the honor of sharing the ring in John Cena's last match is an incredible talent, former world champion, and just one of the best wrestlers in the biz today. His name is Gunther, and he joins us right now. Gunther, it's Peter Rosenberg, Alan Hahn, and Don LaGreca. How are you, bud?
I'm very good. Good afternoon.
Well, how cool is this for you? Like, I mean, aside from all of the accolades and things you've done over the last few years, and you know, I've gotten to see you cheered in Berlin and see how the German fans react to you and treat you like such a hero. You've done so many cool things. But the honor of Cena's last match, what does this mean to you?
Well, what an honor is it for John Cena to have me as his opponent.
Great point.
In his last match. I think that's a very fair question, too, because I got to be honest with you guys. Everybody is going to come in, bring all their emotions, everything that built up through John Cena's career, all the attachment, all the connection, and I'm just going to show up and try my best to ruin that party.
That's what I was going to say, is that all the attention's going to be on Cena, and how sweet would it be that at the end of the day, it's you walking away as the winner?
Yes, that's the goal, for sure. And that's the most I can take out of it, to be honest. I understand why everybody is very emotional about it and already very hyped up about the moment, and they all want it to be a big fanfare. But, yeah, I'm the opposite of that. It's going to be a good day if all of that doesn't happen.
Now, listen, I've talked about you many times on WWE television, and when I say your name, I personally say Gunther. I'm not going to lie to you. Ever since your name became Gunther from Walter some years ago, it seems like even on WWE TV, everybody says your name slightly differently. What is your preferred pronunciation of your name?
I gotta be honest, I don't have one. I think I say Gunther too, but then other people say it differently. So everybody can feel free to pronounce it how they want to do it.
Exactly. There's Alicia. Was that Alicia Taylor's Gunther? Or that's Samantha Irvin? Yeah, Samantha Irvin had the big Gunther. Everyone has. There's always a different variation. All right, I'm glad to know we're on the same page of Gunther.
As long as it sounds cool.
Right. Just don't call him late for dinner.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Yeah.
I want to go back to your match in May with Pat McAfee, because the one thing there's several things that I remember from it, but the one thing that really stood out to me the most is throughout the match, I couldn't believe how red McAfee's chest was. It looked like you were enjoying that. Like, do you actually get joy in the middle of matches? If you're looking at your opponent, especially him, and you're just seeing like his chest was glowing
like
red.
a lobster.
Yeah, seriously.
I say usually not, but in Pat's case, I enjoyed it a lot because I think for the first time he got in the ring with somebody that, doesn't give him any leeway and lets him goof around because he thinks it's funny and it looks cool in front of his friends. He wanted to step in the ring. He wanted to have a professional wrestling match, so that's what I gave him. And, I enjoyed his struggle throughout, and still kudos to him for doing it and for, getting through it.
Well, I give him credit because I didn't think it would last as long as it lasted. He's a punter.
Oh, I took my time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He knew he could end it any time.
You just kept him up.
I
kept him up. I wanted to keep him on his feet.
Now, did you get there was some controversy after the end of Goldberg. When you last retired someone, you retired Goldberg on Saturday Night's Main Event. He had different things to say about that after it happened. He wanted more time to speak, whatever. I've spoken on that before. Wasn't a fan of what he had to say. How much did you enjoy getting to put down the old guy, Goldberg, last time on Saturday Night's Main Event?
I think it was a really good experience. I think it was actually very nice to him because it gave him the best match that he ever had on his way out. And, for me, it was perfect. I think I can claim I choked out Goldberg in his last match, and now I'm going to take it a step further. Now the goal is to actually make John Cena tap out, submit, and give up. It has to be his choice because Goldberg didn't have one. It just passed out. But now the big goal is going to up it one notch. So goal is to submit John Cena on Saturday.
What did John Cena mean anything to you as you were coming up?
Well, I did media all day. That question came up a few times, and I got to be honest, my biggest memory of John Cena is around the time I started actually training for wrestling and I watched WWE. I was really annoyed by that guy that wore his short jeans in the ring all the time and his basketball shoes. And, even back then, I was always a purist and a traditionalist, and even back then I was like, I do not like that guy. But who am I to judge? The guy had a great career, one of the best careers ever, maybe. He is undoubtedly the best sports entertainer of all time. So,
but in that era, were you like more of an Orton fan or a Triple H fan? Who did you enjoy, or Batista? Who did you enjoy from that time?
During that time, I was more I was a Japan guy, to be honest.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I wasn't really, to be honest, watching too much WWE and stuff.
But doesn't that? Isn't that part the cool thing here? Like, this is such a huge mainstream moment for WWE, and you're like the most indie darling, Japan wrestling studying, hardcore guy. Isn't it pretty cool that it ends up being you of all people in a spot like this?
Yes, I think it is, and also that's why I talked about it earlier today too. I think at the end of the day, it is. A lot of people expected it to be somebody else, somebody maybe more similar to what Cena is or his career was or something. But I think at the end of the day, I think it is almost like the biggest possible passing of the torch, because I think John represents a certain kind of generation, a certain kind of WWE superstar. And I'm the opposite of that. I'm very different to that. And I think it's the passing the torch in terms of like what WWE is going to look like in the next years. And with my background and the way I had to take to make it to that point in my career, I think it's a very cool scenario that it is, especially that is exactly not the guy that is a typical WWE superstar that had the typical WWE career.
Well, I personally am rooting for you, but I'm rooting for you for personal reasons. Gunther, Walter, brother, we are of the same last name. We are Austrian.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, Hahn.
Are you Austrian too?
Well, I was born in America, but yeah, that's the lineage. Hahn, like you.
Yes.
And you're 6'4", right?
Yes.
So we're a bloodline. I'm 6'6".
Wow. I didn't know this was an Austrian thing.
That's right. And I was looking up some photos just to see, is there any? He's a handsome guy.
He is a handsome guy.
Well, there you go. Now it makes sense. Somewhere along the way, my friend.
Yeah, two people who I don't
now
like.
You only need to learn German now that we can talk about.
Yeah, I will. I still am working on that. I will tell you. My grandfather can, but not me.
All right, let me. I want to sneak in just quickly a couple of quick hardcore wrestling questions for the big WWE fans out there. Do from like a presentation standpoint, do you miss having Kaiser with you? Because that was like to me, that was a really fun part of the Gunther presentation, was you having Ludwig Kaiser. Is that something you miss at all?
Definitely supported it, but I don't miss it because, I think my best friend has bigger fish to fry than announcing me when I walk to the ring.
Fair.
So, it was good for what it was, but I'm very happy we moved on.
Who would be next on the hit list? As you see it, I'm sure you will retire John Cena on Saturday night's main event on Peacock. After that, who's next on the bucket list for you to retire?
I don't have a bucket list, to be honest. I think we're in a very special situation. There's so many guys still around that are in the company for a very long time, and they're all healthy and they're all still going. So I think there's it's a very special situation for guys out of my generation to get in the ring with those superstars. I don't have a bucket list. Time will tell. I focus on Saturday, and then we see what happens next.
And lastly, from me, how you have a child about a year older than Maya, my daughter. How's dad life for you? How much are you enjoying it? And what phase is your boy in right now?
He's roughly 2 years old now, so it's the phase he's in. But I'm enjoying it a lot, and it's actually, I don't know, I feel like it helps balancing out my mind, because I feel like sometimes their own head is the biggest enemy of a professional wrestler in the industry we're in, and I feel like since then it changes the purpose of life a little bit, and definitely helped me also becoming better in what I do.
Do you want him to follow in your footsteps?
I know he can do whatever he wants. Whatever he chooses, he will have my support. So.
Does he know? Does he understand yet that like Daddy's a wrestler? Like, does he pay attention or have an idea yet?
No, I don't think so. We don't think my wife shows him anything. I don't show him anything. So I don't think he has a concept yet, which he doesn't need to have. So it's all right.
Well, listen, my daughter might actually already know who you are, so she may be a year ahead. I'm not sure. Hey, listen, I'm sure you don't think you need it, but good luck on Saturday night. I look forward to it, man.
Oh, thank you very much. Thanks for having me, and yes, very excited for it as well.
Awesome, man.
Shane.
Cheers. There he is. Gunther, thank you so much, bud.
I don't understand people that don't care how their last name is pronounced.
His first, well, this is his.
It's his
or first
ring name.
Right, ring name.
Yeah.
Well, either way, I mean.
Well, do you want me? I mean, if you want me to, the truth is, it's not his name.
Right.
So he probably doesn't care.
Maybe
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what he's thinking?
What?
As long as they're saying it.
Yeah,
I don't care how you say it.
Yeah, because I mean, if it was his real name, but here's the thing. But as time goes on, this is one of the weirdest and most interesting things about wrestling, and why it's different than any sport or any acting movie part. Your name becomes your name. Like most wrestlers backstage, most get called by their working name. Every once in a while, there is, like, you could name, if you guys cared, there'd be certain wrestlers you mentioned, and if we were to go through a list, like if Jacob or Anthony threw names at me, I could tell you which ones go by their real name.
Okay.
But most of them, everyone just says their working name. No one's yelling
Walter to him.
Or Dwayne to The Rock, right?
No, well, Dwayne's called DJ, it seems like, by everyone in his world.
I'm just like...
I call him Rocky. Like, I would never call him Dwayne. To me, that's crazy. I would never... I can't call Triple H Paul, even though that's become his, like, official title. But there are some people that they do. But so over time, it is odd because, like, yeah, you don't care now, but he's only had the name Gunther for a few years. Mm-hmm. He was Walter forever. He was just Walter.
Right.
They switched it to Gunther. Some fans hated it, were really annoyed by it. Now they've gotten used to it. And I wonder if in a few more years he does care because it's kind of become his name.
Mm-hmm.
It's an odd thing as an adult to get a new name.
An agreement on this is how you say it.
Yeah.
My son Marco's got an opinion on John Cena. I'll tell you about that.
Is that true?
Oh, yes, wow. He does.
Okay.
And that's, of course, Saturday night, Peacock. We have a countdown show that I'm doing beforehand, and we have a post show afterwards. Myself, Joe Tessitore, and Big E. It's going to be a great night in D.C. I'm told we're going to be outside, which I'm looking to. I believe a high of 35 degrees in our nation's capital.
You going to see the family?
I'm going to see my brother, who is coming to the show. Okay. I don't think I'm actually going to see my family because I'm a bad son.
Okay.
You're not here with your family?
I'm here with my family.
Well, more calls to get to. ENN at 6. We're taking up until 7 o'clock, and then it's coverage of the Blackhawks and the Rangers right here on ESPN New York.
Ox Spine at New York Presbyterian is always in pursuit of a better way to heal the spine. We're getting more people moving again with minimally invasive, non-surgical, and surgical treatments with innovative solutions for every back and spine condition and your unique needs. Expert spine care is available now across New York City and Westchester. Find a doctor at nyp.org/oxspine. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
1-877 Cars for Kids, KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Hurry! It's our last chance to donate for 2025.
For over 100 years, Slomin's has been your trusted partner in comfort. When it comes to home heating oil, we deliver more than just quality fuel. We deliver peace of mind. With price protection, automatic deliveries, 24/7 service, and up to 30 days to pay your invoice. Our dedicated team is just a call away, ensuring you stay warm and comfortable all winter long. Slomin's, New York and New Jersey's largest heating oil provider, proudly serving our community for generations. Give us a call today at 866-GET-HEAT or visit oil.slomins.com.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply.
At AT&T, we guarantee our network so you can talk college football with your BFF while taking Buster to the vet.
Hey, yeah, I can't believe he ate the whole thing of chicken wings.
And I can't believe we're staging a comeback. Touchdown!
Yes!
Staying connected matters. That's why in the rare event of a network outage, you'll automatically get a bill credit for a full day's service. For wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impacting 10 or more towers, must be connected to impacted tower at onset of outage. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for full details.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. Trade stocks and ETFs, options, futures, and crypto all on one platform. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move. All investments involve risk, including loss of principal. Options, futures, and crypto trading carry significant risk and may not suit all investors. Securities offered through Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC. Futures trading is offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Crypto offered through Robinhood Crypto LLC, NMLS ID 1702840, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Portfolio management offered by Robinhood Strategies, an SEC registered advisor.
ESPN New York is throwing a holiday party you don't want to miss. Join us this Friday at your mother's house in Garden City. We'll be broadcasting the Michael K. Show live from 1 to 3, followed by Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg from 3 to 7, all while supporting a great cause. Bring a toy to benefit the Garden of Dreams Foundation and help make the season brighter for local kids in need. It's the ESPN New York Holiday Party this Friday, brought to you by Spiked Aid, Security Dodge, Amazon Pickup, and ESPN New York.
The ESPN New York holiday party is almost here. Both we and the Michael K. Show are bringing the holiday cheer at your mother's house in Garden City Park, Long Island, this Friday, December 12th. We're once again collecting unwrapped toy donations this year to benefit the Garden of Dreams Foundation. It all kicks off at 1 p.m. this Friday, December 12th at your mother's house. For more info and to purchase VIP access, check out the ESPN New York app, brought to you by Amazon Pickup, Security Dodge, and Spiked Aid, made for big city social stamina. I guess you're going to have a big event after.
Yeah, we heard about this.
What do you mean? Holiday party on Friday.
Yeah, I thought the tradition was that we three go out and have our
that's never really
holiday
materialized
dinner together. But
because after the Super Bowl show, it was just me and you that went out.
Yeah.
And it's going to be me and you again on Friday because you've got the whole Andrew Gunling, R.J. Santillo, Mike Brownshire dinner.
That sounds like
that
fun.
Michael and I made a big deal about not being invited to last year. Yeah. And the whole excuse was, you weren't going to go anyway.
Which is true.
So all the more reason to, after we complained, to invite us. Right. And you did not, again, knowing full well I probably say no, although you don't know that for a fact. Yeah. And I'm left only, Alan, to think that the reason I was not invited again is because of the slim chance that I would say yes. They don't want me there. Because otherwise, if you know I'm not going to go, and you know I complained the last time I wasn't invited, you throw out the token invite. Right. So I have to think by not throwing out the token invite, they were scared that I would have completed the Hail Mary and showed up.
I bet this was probably discussed.
No.
Like, should we invite Don? Well, where are you going to be? You're going to be on the island. Oh, no. Well, he might say, I'll just cut through the city and come hang out with you guys and then go home to Jersey. No. And so don't ask him because there's the off chance he might say yes.
No. And this is why you're all wet.
Well,
because of the fact.
I love this guy.
We are at the stage now where there's a chance I could go to things like this. For the reason Alan said, cut through the city. Yeah. I'm not getting home in time to have dinner with my children anyway. So I got to fend for myself to have dinner.
Good point.
So, if I had known ahead, I'm going to go out with Alan like a gentleman.
Yep.
But if you had invited me, say, a couple of weeks ago, also as a gentleman, then I might have said, you know what? I'm not going to get home in time to have dinner with my family. I'll swing through the city, and I haven't seen Andrew in forever. I physically have not been in the presence of Andrew since the 20th anniversary party.
I said already, Don, it was embarrassing.
I don't get to see RJ all that often.
No.
I do see Brownshire on occasion, but I can't think of the last time I broke bread with him.
Yeah, you haven't broken bread with him.
And I heard that JJ is going to be there too, right?
Yeah, Devaney.
I haven't seen him pre-COVID.
And you guys are fond of each other.
And I honestly, I'm not saying that the percentage would be high, but enough to throw the invite out. And the reason it wasn't thrown out is because of the outside chance that I'd show. Hey, listen, I still love RJ. I still love Mike. I still love Andrew. And I'll always love you.
Thank you.
I don't need you to reciprocate. I don't care how you feel about
Right, you
me.
already know.
I'm still going to love these people.
You've already said Andrew doesn't have any use for you, and you love him.
And this is proof. Because I would think he'd stand on a table saying, invite Don.
I try every day.
It's worth the shot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, these are people that were asking out hot women just at the remote possibility. They would say yes, but do I get the same gesture? No, I don't.
Maybe, just maybe, they're worried about being embarrassed in public.
Embarrassed in public by what?
By
Just
Don?
you showing up, and you
see,
sometimes
listen,
you get into
listen,
an argument, and you got a point
listen,
to
I'll
make.
play-
What is he
and
saying
they,
now?
and they are feeling a certain way about
By the way, so that's what you should be offended by.
I am.
I'm trying to make sense of it.
No, because
what doesn't make sense. That's all I'm doing.
If you listen to me, you would understand. It is really much more simple.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone has different groups. We have like a little group. There's a group chat.
A clique.
It's a little clique that we have.
Right.
The five of us.
Yeah.
We group chat.
Mm-hmm.
We get together once twice a year when
Right.
we can.
Right.
And that's it.
And there's
not
really
related
zero
to the show.
reason that I can't be a part of that.
No, you're not in
I've
it.
worked with these people. We have similar interests.
You're not in it.
But I am excluded. I'm cool. I just want you to admit to me right now in front of our audience that I am not your cup of tea.
I will fight you after this
Listen,
show.
In
there
front
are
of
people.
Don, our audience, and God.
Mike
Admit
and,
it now.
Mike and Mike didn't really get along. Mike and Chris didn't really get along.
Yeah, they didn't like each other. Let it all out.
I'm feeling like, you know what, Don?
Golick and Wingo are strangers.
We're not that close.
No.
We work together.
That's not it.
But why am I excluded? Why? I know every single person at that dinner. I know them all. Matter of fact, I've known people there longer than Peter's known them.
Yes.
Why am I excluded?
I tried to tell you. You think I'm taking shots at you. I'm trying to reason this because it makes no sense.
I
They
just don't. I don't
want you there. Let it go.
God hates you.
I know that, but I will not stand for that. I'll embarrass them or something. I just think, you know what?
That's not it.
See, we don't fit. You just
It's
it
not
just don't
it.
belong.
No, none of it. It's all getting overcomplicated. I made a mistake. I should have this time in particular, given what happened last time. I should have just said, "Hey, Don, we're running it back. Do you want to join this time?"
Wow. You know,
Even though I know,
I'll tell you what,
I didn't though.
I'll tell you what.
But
though.
it's not personal.
If he does that, and now the holiday party ends.
No.
And there goes Don off with Peter into the city.
And now
It's
what do I
really
do?
not up to you whether it's personal.
It could.
I feel it's personal.
Right.
No,
That's a good
no,
point.
No,
it's in the eye
That's
of the
what happens
beholder.
now.
And Don thinks
I'm sitting alone at Borelli's by myself, eating alone, dining for one.
I'm
because
not
you're in
going.
the city. Well, I know you're not going, but you sound like you'd really rather do that.
No, I just want him to
Have you
say
been
it.
to Borelli's?
I
Big
want
hockey
him
people.
to say it that I'm not his cup of tea.
I don't know.
But he won't because he's gutless. I'm going to go out to dinner with you.
No,
I don't want to go out with these people, even though I love and adore them.
You just want to be
But
invited.
if I'm not, I don't want to be someplace I'm not wanted.
It's not that.
It's not what?
It's not
Then what
fair.
is it?
It's
Again, I've exposed every weakness of this argument. You're down to one last thing. You're just not our cup of tea.
You don't have any other friends at the radio station that are kind of like your own thing, and I'm not a part of it.
Not a soul.
There's not anyone here.
No. There's never been one time where I would break bread with anybody at this radio station and not invite you.
Yeah.
To feel like you didn't belong.
Mm-hmm. Show unit, one for all for one, Three Musketeers.
But that's not. It's
No?
not a show. It's just this isn't a show thing.
Well,
it's just a
wait,
Oh, it's a
chat.
thing.
Hang on a second. Is it involving people that work at the station?
Somewhat, only half.
Wait a minute, how many people?
Half of the people work at the station.
Who are the other half?
JJ and Andrew.
Well, Andrew, that's how I got to know him through the station, and I got to know JJ through the station for the silly soccer show they
I
do.
don't like that at all.
No, Peter, it's fine.
No, it's
I'm
not
cool,
what you
man.
think.
I just want to know where I stand with people.
I don't think it's fair.
Everyone
I
loves
don't think it's
you.
fine.
Everyone loves you, and by the way, I wish you'd come right now, but you won't. Show something.
Well, no, don't spin this
and
on
then
me.
just go.
I've got plans. I'm not available. I was available 2 weeks ago when I should have been asked as a gentleman.
And you think you would have gone?
But I'm not going to sit here and beg people to like me.
Please don't.
You don't like me. That's fine. ENN's coming up next.
Well, hold on. Don't go so
You might
early.
like that. Maybe.
A lot of people saying, bad guy Peter, this is so wrong. Bad guy Peter. Rant Don, you've known them for 40 years, 40. I would love to go to dinner with Don. Let's go with Don. Don gets the shaft twice. It's because Don has a great head of hair, makes them jealous. No one is siding. No one here just can say, and no, I get it, Peter. Sometimes you just have a little group. It's not about anyone being left out. Because, okay, we invite you. That means also, now Michael's going to be upset.
Well, I don't know why you wouldn't invite him either.
But so at what?
But you know for a fact he's not going.
You're the exact same level of not. No, you're.
No, I just told you I'm not, because I told you that 2 weeks ago there would be a scenario in which I'd say, from Long Island, I'm gonna get home at like 8:30, 9 o'clock anyway. So that's why I'll tell Nancy, listen, I'm gonna get dinner there. I'm gonna go out without.
I don't like.
And I think she'd be really excited if I told her I'm gonna go see. Oh, really? Gonna see Andrew?
Now I feel.
You're gonna see RJ?
Now I feel bad.
Well,
I should have said something.
Well, you didn't twice now. I
don't
will
we
admit,
get a third time?
No. Listen, I don't want to be with people that don't care for me.
We love you. Everyone
you keep
there
saying
loves
that.
you.
Oh, we love you, Don. But any example of showing that love, you completely come up empty. They're just words, and they're meaningless, hollow words. Full, defined words. ENN coming up next. Why? Don, Hahn Rosenberg on ESPN New York.
Discover a driving experience crafted to inspire. At Garden City Mazda, exceptional design and sophisticated performance come together. During the Mazda More to Move You sales event, lease the 2025 Mazda CX-5 for $229 a month for 33 months. Or the 2025 Mazda CX-50 for $239 a month for 33 months. Both with $49.95 to its signing. It's the Mazda More to Move You sales event at Garden City Mazda. At Garden City Mazda, expect the exceptional.
Dave Rothenberg here to tell you about my friends at Bath Fitter. Now, they converted my kids' bathtub to a shower and did an incredible, really an unbelievable job. They offer all types of custom bath renovations, including their unique PermaFit solution for a watertight fit done in just one day. Durable and easy to clean with no demo or mess and lower cost than a standard replacement. And a lifetime guarantee. Right now, no money down, no payments, no interest until 2027. So start designing your bath today like we did at bathfitter.com. There's only one Bath Fitter.
And now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks a million, guys. I hope you have an awesome rest of the night. Just no easy way to get around right now. LIE eastbound in Nassau County, a big crash over by the Seaford Oyster Bay. 2 lanes are out. Add that to the volume of your bumper-to-bumper from right out of the Midtown Tunnel in Queens. Islanders alumni charity hockey event at the UBS Arena. Solid pockets of slowdowns on the Cross Island southbound, heading over to Hempstead Turnpike from Northern Boulevard. Heading over to the outbound, George, all of your approaches are awful. Not even the Henry Hudson going to help you out. They did clean up that crash on the upper deck underneath the apartments. Damage is done. Cross Bronx westbound, really not moving from the Bruckner on through. Inbound, George, about 10 to 15 for the upper level. Outbound, Lincoln, your best ride at 30 to 40. Outbound, Hahn, run you close to an hour. Over in Westchester County, heading over to the Rockland-bound Tappan Zee Bridge. Accident on 287 westbound by the Thruway merge in Elmsford. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
This college football moment is brought to you by ServPro.
College football teams have moments they recovered from and made it like it never even happened. Like on October 2nd, 1993, when the University of California faced a 30-0 halftime deficit to Oregon. Cal went on a remarkable 42-11 run in the second half to capture a 42-41 victory, one of the largest comebacks in college football history.
ServPro, like it never even happened.
Fellas, it's the season to shine, and not just from the holiday lights. Manscaped is here to keep you looking sharp for every holiday party, family photo, and mistletoe moment. The Lawnmower 5, groin and body trimmer, and the Chairman Plus face shaver deliver precision, comfort, and control worthy of Santa's nice list. I've been good and nice. Whether you're tidying up before a big night out or preparing for New Year's Eve, Manscaped has your back. And your face too, to be exact. So gift yourself with some grooming greatness this season, because looking good is the best gift of all. And now you can find Manscaped products at your local Walmart.
Hey, this is Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson for 3.
And this is your home for New York Knicks basketball. This is 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS FM HD2, New York. This is an ENN special report. Now reporting.
The very handsome Jewish man, Peter Rosenberg.
We should talk some sports.
Do what you want. It's ENN.
Peter Rosenberg.
Hi, everyone. How you doing?
Somewhere between indifferent and good.
Welcome to ENN.
Ray Rowe.
You ever watch YouTube?
We're all grown up now.
I do miss these Andrew drops, though. Been a long time. Did you ever hear this episode, P1 over there?
Which one?
Don't scream at me on the show. Don't defend him. I said already, Don, it was embarrassing.
Yeah, I don't remember.
That might have been when it all came apart.
That was the first
Not
one.
good.
That was the first show I was ever on.
No.
And that was our last show together. So you were signed off at that point.
I probably had,
Going to Bristol, leaving me.
Wait, that was your first day working on
the K show?
K
Yeah.
Show?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
RJ gone.
Yep.
Pusick in.
Yep, on the board.
Andrew producing.
And yelling at Don.
And Bart and I got sent to Bristol. Yeah.
And they were fighting because it was Andrew defending the Eagles about something?
Yes.
It was
Take the L.
Wasn't it an Eagle Commanders game, but it affected the Giants in some way?
And the Eagles basically laid out and the Commanders won.
And he wasn't.
Is that right?
He wasn't defending them, but he wasn't killing them the way I was. And
you want him to be.
And the thing with Andrew is, and listen, I'll always love him.
No
the
matter
reason
how much
I
he
know
hates
that we're not close from his standpoint is
right.
that he would whenever we would argue, he would lose it because
he hated your guts.
He just doesn't care for me.
Doesn't.
But again, I'm not going to let it affect how I feel about him. I don't need reciprocation, as you would say.
So you really love to frustrate him, and he couldn't handle how you would be compatible.
Well, because
Andrew loves Don. Don's just always said Andrew has no use for him.
Here's the thing.
I think nothing could be further from
my
the truth.
biggest flaw is what actually works in sports radio is I just refuse to allow myself to give up on an argument.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to fight like the Monty Python. It's just a flesh wound. You know, I'm all my limbs have been cut off. I'm still going.
We
I'm
fought
like a
over
zombie.
the dumbest thing earlier when you said something while I was eating soup. And all you had to do was be like, I'm sorry. And instead,
I didn't want to say I'm
kept
sorry.
going.
And other people in the room completely agreed.
I got to tell you, Don was 100% right in this case.
Well, the only thing that matters is I didn't agree.
Alan is very visceral. Like, if you mention something in front of him, he immediately pictures it.
He visualizes
it. And it affects him quickly.
It's a weakness, I have to admit.
Yeah. That's like he was eating soup,
but Don
told him to eat something else.
Yes.
And he literally pictured it, but Don was just being silly.
Oh, no, I know he was being silly. I wasn't taking him literal. But it was just the point that
the picture
as I am trying to enjoy delicious soup on a day where really chicken noodle soup, by the way, hits different today.
Yeah. Imagine
and
if
then
he had a soda
he says that, like what I'm about to do, and then he says to do something else with your mouth, and I'm like, I didn't need that right now.
And now you're picturing it.
But these are things that are said that just are normal, that you don't picture them. For some reason, you visualize everything.
Very visual.
Yeah,
he's
easy to visualize.
Help me out with this one, Alan, because again, it's a weird relationship with Twitter. James tweets at me, because we're talking about how I'm trying to be even keeled with the whole Met thing.
Yeah,
and
I was very proud of
James says he was killing them yesterday for not signing Diaz. Don loves calling people frauds when he's the biggest fraud out there. It's time for him to leave radio. Well, I'm not leaving radio. I'm sticking around. And also, did I kill them for Diaz yesterday?
No, I don't remember that. I remember.
I said I was up. I didn't love the fact they let him go, but it sounded like Diaz wanted to be in L.A. And I disagreed, but killing them. But listen, James, enjoy yourself.
Listen, by the way, we've heard Don kill people for things. Yesterday,
not yesterday,
didn't even come close to that.
Well, believe me, when I'm killing you, you'll know because you're dead.
You'll know. Yeah,
he kills you dead.
Right.
I think I speak for everyone when we say thank you for the call. Let me say good evening to Don.
Hey, friend, I've been on sports radio for 30 years, you punk.
Good evening to Don.
I get dumb
Put him on
when
the
I
board.
speak to dumb people.
And to Don.
What, are you going to beat me up? You're going to beat me up?
The visual of that, by the way, was phenomenal.
Yeah, we need that.
Rock'em Sock'em Robot.
Yeah, he looked like the Notre Dame logo. Good evening. Good evening to Don.
Why am I excluded?
Good evening to Alan.
I peeked and I liked what I saw. Oh, no.
Good evening to Don and myself.
You
Can I just say one thing?
I really don't want to hear from you either.
Good evening. Good evening to Fran.
Don, you want to talk to my nurse?
Good evening to Fran.
I'm telling you right now.
Okay.
If you call me a moron again, we're going to meet up.
That was the threat.
Well, we're going to be in Garden City Park.
He knows where I am on Friday.
Oh, yeah.
We will be there.
Good evening to Fran.
Can you let me just talk, please? I'm talking as a miserable Met fan.
All right. He said that.
He's a miserable person.
He said that. He said, I'm talking as a miserable Met fan 8 times.
Yeah, that's all he had.
But meanwhile, he said he was done, so he wasn't
He also
a Met
said, I'm
fan.
no longer a Met fan.
He was speaking as a miserable person, miserable company.
He also said ex-Met fan a couple times, too.
Yeah,
and I was
that's
just
what I'm
like,
saying.
where
it was done.
Jacob, he's a dope.
He called to have a moment as a call-in guy.
He did have one.
And he was at the wrong place.
He won, but he won in this. In this case, he did get that. Because that was a good moment.
But he wanted his chance to be the call-in guy who loses it.
Oh, yeah.
And instead, Don lost it. But
I'd like to.
And we all won.
And we all won as a result.
Sure we did.
And he told us he was retiring from his Mets fandom the second the call ended. So there's that.
Mm-hmm.
This is interesting. University of Michigan head coach Sharon Moore is out.
What?
That's right. For cause after a university investigation found credible evidence that he was engaged in an inappropriate relationship with a staff member.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
Clown show! Clown show! Clown show! Clown show! It's your tittle.
These things happen, but, the heart wants what the heart wants.
That's right, and so does the
Other
crotch.
things do, too.
Yeah. Also kind of rhymes with heart.
I don't understand. Alan, I don't understand. I
think Alan does.
Alan, you understand? The heart wants what the heart wants, and it rhymes with heart.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Well, maybe you should get an exam.
Anthony, you know where we are?
Oh, boy.
Can one of you guys explain? All right.
I got something in my eye. Give me a minute.
Do you get it?
No.
Oh.
No. None of us
What
get
are you
it.
laughing at?
Because it was funny.
The silence is hysterical. That's
neither of us know
I was
what you
trying
meant.
so hard
You
to
said
stay
the
quiet.
heart wants what the heart wants, and so do other things.
Yeah.
And then you went, and it sort of rhymes with heart.
Yeah.
And we're both sitting here thinking, saying the word fart over and over again in my head, and can't figure it out.
What's
I don't. The heart wants.
what does it become?
The heart?
No. But he was thinking with.
What does it become? Oh. That's tough. No. It doesn't make sense what you're saying. Yes, it makes sense, but it doesn't make sense.
Do you guys get it? Wait. In the room, Santiago's nodding.
No one got it.
Come on.
Come on. Santiago got it.
Santiago's the only one in the room that got it.
It's not hard.
Well, he speaks fluent Don, though. He's worked with him for such a long time.
No, it is true. I mean, we've only been working for a decade.
Yeah,
Peter,
but you and Ray,
still, you should get my humor.
You guys hang out after hours. It's different.
Honestly,
you speak Donese.
A 10:30, Ranger Kraken game.
Yeah.
It hits different.
It does hit different. You guys done it all. All right, so Michigan says this conduct constitutes a clear violation of university policy, and UM maintains zero tolerance for such behavior.
So this wasn't just...
That's the AD's talking.
What if they were in love?
Oh, my God.
Oh, there's more?
Forgive me, I know nothing about college football. Do you know who the interim coach is?
Why do you think I put it there?
Biff Poggi? No.
Do you really think this was an ENN story if not for that?
Yeah. I just...
I'm done.
I just want to celebrate. I want to give a shout out. I got to give a big old shout out. This is a big day for the Keegan family. And I'm very happy that my brother-in-law, Biff Poggi, is being honored by going up there to Michigan. And I just want to say, Biff, me and you, brother, I'm down. I'll make the trip.
Freddie, this isn't about you, butthead.
Is that Biff? That's Biff Poggi? That ain't the Biff Poggi I know. Matter of fact, the Biff Poggi I know lost his tongue in a cockfight. Can't speak. The Biff Poggi I know lost his tongue 14 years ago down in Greenwich Village over a $50 cockfight. I swear to God.
Greenwich Village?
Oh, yeah, they had a little cockfighting ring. You got to look. You got to know it. It's, you know what? It's the same place Ray was talking about down 4th Avenue. Mm-hmm. Biff Poggi
Yeah, that's a good one.
I'm in. I'm back. I'm back, college football. I am so back.
Go Blue.
Go Blue.
There's also I can't confirm. There's more to that story too.
What do you mean?
What you just read. I'll tell you off. I don't know how much of this has been vetted.
If you say the wrong thing,
that's what I'm not going to say.
No, Anthony will take rather than walk around, he'll take a sledgehammer to the glass and jump through. So there's stuff being rumored. You're saying bantied about.
Yes, it's.
Well, speaking of rumors that aren't true, do you see the one thing moving around that this is why you got to watch out for AI, people? It's made up. There's a lot of heat on the internet that the reason Kevin Stefanski, do you guys hear this? That the reason Kevin Stefanski and Shedeur Sanders have issues. I got to tell you, the internet's good. No, Don, it got me. It made me go to Google and look it up.
Okay.
People were saying Kevin Stefanski's father-in-law is Tim McCarver. And because of the Tim McCarver-Deion Sanders situation,
give me a break.
Kevin Stefanski and they're not related.
Now,
it's completely made up.
Unreal.
Someone spent the time to make that up, and then people copy it and paste it.
Oh my God.
They're not related. That's made up, folks.
We're too lazy to do our own research now.
Lazy,
but that's Google.
Just believe it. No, believe it. It's got to be true. But Dickie Dunn wrote it. It's got to be true.
It sounded great, though. I was like, "Oh my God, that's deep."
But that's what you got to. No, you got to give credit for going there.
No, it's creativity
because it's so outrageous that it almost believes that could be.
Because for people who don't remember, Deion Sanders and Tim McCarver had a really bad relationship going back to Deion's baseball days because of one particular interview. And Deion just absolutely disrespected McCarver and back and forth.
I think it was when I guess it was 91 when the Braves went to the World Series against the Twins. They won the National League pennant. And he kept dumping champagne on McCarver.
Yes.
And McCarver's like, okay, enough. And Deion kept doing it. You could see Tim was getting really, really irritated. And plus, Tim McCarver was old school and Deion was anything but. Remember,
they didn't see eye to eye.
One of the greatest things, you might not even know this story, that Deion was a Yankee.
Yeah.
And they're playing the White Sox, and Carlton Fisk, you know this story, was the catcher for the White Sox. And Deion either pimped a home run, did something,
right.
And Fisk got in his face. He's like, "You're a Yankee. Yeah. Yankees don't act like that." I've never seen another team that's like, "Dude, you're a Yankee. What's the matter with you?" And this is a guy that used to be a Red Sox. And he's like, "Respect the uniform, man." So, Tim McCarver probably loved that about Carlton Fisk, and that probably set the tone. But clearly, Tim was like, "All right, enough, Deion. You're dumping champ." I get, but he kept doing it.
So a bad relationship. So it's a creative story to tell.
Very creative.
Yeah, I give credit for that, but it's made up, folks. There's nothing there.
Nice effort.
But it also shows you just how bizarre that whole story is, that you're trying to find a reason. It's got to be something, and you just try to figure it out. Maybe it's this.
Now, speaking of Shedeur Sanders, here is what Shedeur told Cam Ward about his offseason plans.
Well, this is my life here, So we on two different spectrums right now, I gotta focus on playing my best and being the best player I can for the team, and obviously the situations are different. So, and I know he puts his all into these games and these Final Four games, but it's just a little bit different, because you don't know what could happen, So I just go here, enjoy my day, work hard, do everything I can, and if I'm here, I'm here. If I'm not, I'm not. It's nothing in my control, so I try to control what I can control.
Yeah, man. Listen, Shedeur is going to have a very intense offseason, I'm sure, in a very next intense 4 games. Hey, listen, Allen's got something to watch for 4 weeks.
Yep.
That's the good news. If you're a Jet fan, there's literally nothing to watch.
Nothing.
We threw out up till last week, we played the whole, and it was me leading it. So I was playing the whole reindeer game of, let's see if you have a coach, will you play for him?
Right.
We can't tell anything about what they're doing right now. So nothing to watch. So everyone needs a side story. I certainly do. Speaking of which, officially, Jaden Daniels out for Sunday against the Giants.
And it should be for the rest of the season. Just
and by the way, it totally should be.
Yeah.
Although I don't know, I thought it was interesting. We had Booger on earlier, and I asked him about it, and he said, well, I would still play him because he needs reps, but I would say to him, hey, we're not going to have you run. And the play that he got hurt on last time was chasing down an interception. And as Alan made the point, you can't tell a guy who's worked that hard his whole life be on the field in half play.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why you have to shut them down to protect from themselves.
I know,
because he's going to go 100 no matter what. That's just how he's built.
What, he wants to be the leader who throws a pick and watches?
No, he doesn't. And you never want to get into that habit.
Yeah.
You never want to have the habit of, I don't need to do this, because once you do it one time, the body starts to think you can do it more. So you don't want him in these situations.
By the way, thank you very much. I have no interest in Jaden Daniels hanging out 6 inches from Brian Burns and Dexter Lawrence.
Great point.
I'm good. This is not the week. I'm good.
I get it, but it's still easier said than done, because when players, if he gets healthy and wants to play, it's tough to tell him, no, you can't play. Right? I mean, there's still a month left in the season.
Can I tell you, though, there was an article in the Post the other day, the Washington Post. Sorry, I meant the actual newspaper. And respectfully. And it was an op-ed, Don, and the subject of it was, psst, when Jaden Daniels has been playing, he actually hasn't looked very good. Right? Like, that's sort of the secondary storyline is, A, he's getting hurt.
Right.
B, when he's playing, he's also having the regression that you kind of knew he would have. And maybe had he played a full year, he would have regressed, started to work through it, and then you see what's there. But right now, I got to tell you guys, if I were betting the Giants-Commanders this weekend, based on what I've seen and how much he's played, I know this sounds insane, I might like them better with Mariota starting, because they've gotten more used to what this version of the team is. Now, I don't know if the Giants, but do the Giants want to win? Now, I know
we're not motivating me to make a pick on that game.
No, it's ugly.
No, thank you.
Giants minus 2.5, by the way.
Oh boy.
Giants minus 2.5.
Wow.
By the way, the Commanders end up in the conversation for a really good pick. They're at 3 wins.
Mm-hmm.
This is an interesting pick game.
But the argument, you want the Giants to lose. Well, then are you going to root for Dart to play poorly?
Right. You can't.
You can't. Again, for all those tanking people, late in the game, you're going to want him to throw the pick to solidify the loss, or do you want him to win games? Do you want him to do things, get the stink of losing off of him?
First game, this will be Dart's first game against a division rival. Like, there are these little things that matter. This division rival. He's never played the Commanders before.
Right. Okay.
So, like, there are these little pieces that matter that you can't throw out. Football's such a weird sport because you only play 17 games. You only get 6 games in your division, right?
Well,
it's a unique sport in that way.
I think a great idea is that when you get down into the red zone and you have a chance to score, take him out. Go Wildcat.
Well, and that was another thing about Booger's answer. He knows football better than me. I asked about Shedeur Sanders coming out, and Booger says, well, that's what they've been doing the whole time. You're telling me he's capable of playing in the NFL, but they cannot design a play for him at the goal line?
They didn't do it in the previous possession when he didn't get the 2-point conversion.
So they tried once, and then that's it, can't do it?
And they tried another play.
And then did tricky bullish? What are you doing? I'm sorry. If you're going to start the guy, you have to be able to start him fully. And let him learn what's on the line this season. Let him see if he can figure out how to score for you inside the 5.
But maybe they're thinking draft pick.
But
you ever wonder that?
No.
I feel like I talk in circles about this all the time. Well, how about just playing it out? And then you pick where you pick and see what happens. Haven't we seen how crazy the draft is?
Yep.
That you're going to sit there and, at least I want the higher pick. And, let's say the Giants beat Indianapolis or lose to Indianapolis last year, and they get the first pick. Who do they take? Cam Ward. Do we know if Cam Ward's going to be anything?
You feel better?
Jackson Dart seems like he's the better quarterback,
you feel
right?
much better about
so
Jackson
you
Dart.
can make the case that thank God they beat the Indianapolis, where they weren't suckered into taking Cam Ward, and now they've got their quarterback in Jackson Dart. But next year it might be like, oh wait, boy, I wish we had lost that game because maybe Cam Ward turns out to be great, and then 3 years after that, Cam Ward's no good anymore. And
they wanted
just
Cam Ward.
play the damn game and see where it goes, okay?
Yeah, I agree.
For God's sakes, you think you can control everything? You can't. God laughs at those who make plans.
When did it? Oh, man plans and God laughs. When did somebody tank and it was like brilliant? A brilliant move.
The Pittsburgh Penguins in 1984 when they got Mario Lemieux.
Okay, that's
they
a long
tanked
time.
at the end of the,
I do
the season because I
It's a
know because
long
the Devils
time
would have got married.
By the way, that's a good example.
Really,
and
really
the
long
Devils
time
ended up winning more cups than Mario won.
That's a good point.
So maybe getting Kirk Muller was the better play. Now, it sounds ridiculous because Mario Lemieux was much better, but it's all about cups, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when Mario played, how many cups he win?
2.
Yeah.
All right.
Back to back.
And I believe they were
Mueller didn't win any until he went to Montreal. But the fact is, the Devils still ended up being fine because in that span of time when Mario played, the Devils won one more cup.
They were better. Yeah.
So why don't you just play the damn game?
Yeah. I was actually thinking NFL. The team that just completely tanked their way and it just turned the tide. It turned the whole
NFL
franchise.
is the one because, obviously there was no lottery in 84 in the NHL, but they're the only one that doesn't have a lottery.
Yeah.
So you can control it. But who has? When the best quarterback in the sport was taken 10th. What are we doing?
Do you think you need a lottery in the NFL?
But you just said you can't think of a team that tanked and it worked out. So I guess it doesn't matter.
I'm just a basketball guy. Maybe somebody that's a football expert can come up with the time. It happened.
It's funny because you can think of must picks in the NBA, right?
Oh, yeah.
When LeBron was coming out.
Sure.
Even Cooper Flag this year.
Wembanyama.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
NHL, you can think about McDavid, Crosby. Mm-hmm. Has there really been one in football?
Well, we thought it was Trevor Lawrence.
And
we're still waiting on that.
But
right?
has there
Peyton
ever
Manning.
been somebody that I got to have? Peyton Manning.
And that was still a debate, though, if you remember. That still was a bit of a
Ryan
debate.
Leaf.
Yeah. So it wasn't a given.
So, but that's a good one. 25 years ago. Yep. So does it really matter? Where the other sports, there's clear cut like that. Pittsburgh winning that lottery to get Sidney Crosby.
Everybody wants the quarterback. Everybody it's the desperate thing in a draft. Number one pick. The quarterbacks that have dominated the last 25 years. It's Tom Brady. Was he number one pick?
No.
Okay. Patrick Mahomes.
No.
Ben Roethlisberger.
No.
He wasn't the first quarterback taken.
Russell Wilson. No.
Jalen Hurts won the Super Bowl last year, second round.
All the guys that have been the dominant, and I don't mean just winning Super Bowls. I'm just talking about the best teams in the era.
Was Andrew Luck the last? And by the way, that didn't work out. When you're really honest about it.
He got hurt.
It didn't work. You know what? This is rare.
Okay.
You guys want to continue ENN? I got a few more good stories.
I don't mind. I don't hate that.
I love where your head's at.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hey, guys. The holidays are here, and I got to tell you about Amazon.
What are you saying?
The ultimate. Well, it's hard, Don. The ultimate convenience play. We all know Amazon's a part of everyday life, but Amazon Pickup takes it to the next level because during the holiday rush, if you're on the go like I am, right, you got so much going on, you can send the orders to a secure Amazon Pickup location that works best for you. It's a great way to keep gifts a secret from the little ones so you have time to wrap them, all right? Life doesn't slow down this time of year, and Amazon lockers and counters, they're located near you. So no matter where your day takes you, your package is ready when you are. Amazon Pickup gives me the flexibility to grab gifts and packages on my schedule, whether it's on a quick lunchtime break, during my commute, while the baby naps. It's simple. Order online and at checkout. Just choose the pickup location that's most convenient. You get an email confirmation when it's ready with instructions to pick it up. It's quick, secure, always at no extra cost. Check it out for yourself. Go to Amazon.com/pickupMVP to learn more. That's Amazon.com/pickupMVP. More ENN next. It continues on Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Hey, New York and New Jersey, Boost Mobile has an unlimited talk, text, and data plan that's only $25 a month forever, meaning you'll only ever pay $25 a month for the rest of your life. Who wouldn't want unlimited wireless when it only costs $25 a month forever? If you don't, you must be one of those people who enjoy overpaying for their phone plan. $25 a month forever is truly as good as it gets. So go online and switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 So donate for 2025. Last chance. Donate now for a 2025 tax deduction.
Health surprises can change your life in an instant. You've seen it happen to others, but it doesn't have to be your story. At Princeton Longevity Center, we customize actionable and proactive health plans to maximize your lifespan and take control of your health. Our Cancer Check program combines cutting-edge technology with top medical expertise to keep you ahead of potential risks. With advanced full-body imaging, genetic testing, and multi-cancer detection blood tests, we look for even the earliest signs of problems. Results are analyzed by expert physicians who craft a personalized plan to safeguard your future. You're not just a patient, you're a partner in your health journey, backed by a team committed to helping you live longer, healthier, and more vibrantly. Our programs have saved hundreds of lives and empowered countless others to take control of their health. Be proactive with your health for the ultimate peace of mind. Call 888-8000-PLC or visit PrincetonLongevityCenter.com.
New York Lottery's holiday scratch-off games are the perfect gift for everyone on your list.
Like me, your Aunt Jules. I told you I didn't need a gift this year, but I secretly really want one.
Or me, your neighbor Frank. I hope you didn't forget I'm coming to your holiday party tonight.
Or me. Why does no one ever think of the voiceover guy? Anyway, New York Lottery's holiday scratch-off games have more winners and top prizes up to $5,000. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
For over 100 years, Slomin's has been your trusted partner in comfort. When it comes to home heating oil, we deliver more than just quality fuel. We deliver peace of mind. With price protection, automatic deliveries, 24/7 service, and up to 30 days to pay your invoice. Our dedicated team is just a call away, ensuring you stay warm and comfortable all winter long. Slomin's, New York and New Jersey's largest heating oil provider, proudly serving our community for generations. Give us a call today at 866-GET-HEAT or visit oil.slomins.com.
This college football moment is brought to you by Serve Pro.
College football teams have moments they recovered from and made it like it never even happened. Like on September 24th, 2016, when Tulsa found themselves down 31-0 to Fresno State. With 10 minutes left in the second quarter, Tulsa fought back to tie the game at 41. And then won 48-41 in double overtime.
Serve Pro. Like it never even happened.
Whether you're building a single roof or a successful roofing business, roofing contractors like you need the right tools for the job, and software is no exception. Service Titan is on a mission to be the most powerful software platform for the trades, with purpose-built technology proven to maximize revenue, streamline operations, and deliver 5-star customer experiences. We are taking roofing companies like yours to the next level and beyond. Service Titan. We are built for this. See what we can do for roofers at servicetitan.com.
Jacob, did you know to play this? Yeah, he did. Okay.
All right.
You're good.
We're continuing ENN, which is rare, but there's too many stories left on the table.
There's too much on the table. And I thought Jacob was not only a great producer, but clairvoyant. Yeah. All right, so ENN continues on, folks. This is like a crazy headline to even read because I can't believe this was asked. And now I sometimes understand why players and coaches want to kill the media. Eagles coach Nick Sirianni said quarterback Jalen Hurts is absolutely still his starter against the Raiders and called it ridiculous when asked about the possibility of making a change at some point this season. Quote, "No, I think that's ridiculous," he said on 94 WIP. "I know every time I go on that field with Jalen Hurts, our quarterback, we have a chance to win that game. That's something that's been proven." I can't – come on.
Well, he said it on a radio station in Philadelphia.
So it's about fans. So it's about moron fans. You think calling for it?
No, I don't think it's. If you're a host, you're asking questions that are going to get attention with the answer, right? So you're asking a question that probably fans were calling in mad about that terrible turnover game that he had, and are saying can you name the backup?
Carson Wentz.
I can't. Yeah, well,
Nick Foles.
I can't off the top of my head. Ron Jaworski.
See, there you go. Strange polls. So that's the problem. But fans there overreact. And so they're doing that. So as a host, you have the head coach on the phone.
Oh, my God.
Give me
$1,000. Either of you. No. $10,000.
Biff Poggi.
Is it one of your,
typical backup quarterback?
No. Maybe for you, not for me. Well, I'll tell you this.
Chase Daniel.
The third stringer, we all know, used to get a lot of play on this station. Sam Howell, third string.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Second string, Tanner McKee.
Oh, sure.
Not familiar with him.
Yeah.
I think he was on Love on the Spectrum. I do not know who Tanner McKee is.
I'm not familiar with that show either.
You never heard of Love on the Spectrum?
No.
He just throws it out there. Like
Come on.
Did you know?
No.
Neither of you have watched Love on the Spectrum?
But the fact that you said it the way you said it, I thought it was in jest.
No.
That is a strange pull.
Well,
that's a show.
Love on the Spectrum?
Yeah,
it's
a real
hugely
show.
popular.
Hugely popular.
Is it, Jacob? It's a big show?
Yeah, it's a lot of people do watch it.
On what?
Netflix. It's awesome.
And is it what?
It's exactly what you'd think. Love on the Spectrum. It's a dating show for people on the spectrum, and it's wonderful, feel-good television that you just watch and cry.
We're not exploiting like the...
Okay. No. Oh, if by exploiting you mean, including the guy Tanner is on the show, if you mean almost all of them have become stars with 1 million Instagram followers with brand endorsements everywhere, having the time of their lives.
I'm very sensitive to that stuff.
No.
So.
By the way, I think, obviously, if it's more personal, it could hit different. I can't speak to that. My assumption is you'll weep with, like, joy. And, there are moments on that show when you see the family's experience and they see that their loved one has found, like, a partner
yeah,
that will hit you in the heart so hard you, like, faint.
Good. Well, because you know some of these...
But it's just a guy named Tanner, and I've never heard of Tanner McKee.
He started the Eagles' win against the Giants to end last season.
Sure did.
He did?
Sure did.
Beat Drew Lock. 27 of 41 with 2 touchdowns.
And now that's what Philadelphia sports radio callers want him instead of Jalen Hurts. That's the thing.
What is fraud?
We're a talk show host, so we can put ourselves in that situation.
All right.
Would you have asked that, knowing that it's absolutely ridiculous, just because the fans are calling for it?
Well,
do you want to be the guy to ask that
what
question?
If you so we have. I mean, we don't even have good football, so how can we even say what coach we have? But we have a coach on for his weekly spot. We've had callers say it, and it sounds preposterous. You wouldn't frame it in. We've had callers. We've had fans calling in saying this. What is your reaction to that?
But if I believe
you wouldn't do it,
I wouldn't do it, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm not saying it's wrong to do it.
Because you're trying to get the answer.
If I think it's ridiculous, then why am I bringing it up? Why am I giving fuel to yo-yo fans? If I start thinking, if I believe that maybe there's something to it, that's when I'll ask.
Guys, on Hard Knocks last night, which I know everybody watched.
Again, I wouldn't if it was projected off.
Yes, I understand. One of the shows. What was the show? Do we know the show that he was asked this on?
It was just WIP. We don't.
Well, okay.
WIP
Well,
gets
guess
a
what?
lot of love on Hard Knocks.
Well, guess what? On WIP on Hard Knocks, one of the hosts said the Eagles have a quarterback problem. This is not just fan reaction. One of the hosts, if it was that host, and I'd have to go do the research, believes that they have a quarterback problem.
And now it created a narrative that you want to get. Now, here's what I'm saying. You ask it not because it's a bad question. You ask it because once you get the answer from him, any yo-yo caller or yo-yo host bringing it up, you can say, Sirianni said this, and now it's dead.
No, because I don't think it's alive, because I think it's absolutely ludicrous, and I'm not going to take ownership of it, because people will be like, well, Don LaGreca asked a ridiculous question. You know, and if I've got to ask some fans, what do I care what you think? If it's so ridiculous, I would only ask if it's a legitimate question.
I did this.
I wouldn't. You could do it. I wouldn't do it.
I did this as a sports writer. You ask a question to kill a narrative. To kill it.
But it's not. But it's not a narrative. If it's a bunch of fans just pulling it out of the air, we didn't even know who the backup quarterback was. I'm sure they do with Billy.
You don't know if the host brought this up.
This is Jalen Hurts,
turned it into something. What if they spent 3 hours taking calls on it because the host said something and everybody reacted to it and they were on it? Now I'm killing the narrative. It's dead.
Because then the
columnist writes a whole column with his opinion about something that was stupid.
But
let's kill it.
That's a different story. Because if I'm the host and I say they've got a quarterback problem, forget what the fans are saying. I'm saying it. I'm going to ask it. But if I think it's ridiculous, just because fans all want to take a phone call, there's no narrative to that.
It sounds like maybe it comes more from the fact that actual hosts feel that way. And here's the thing, by the way. I do think over time there is a chance that there is a quarterback problem in
I
Philadelphia.
actually think they might have one.
They
personality-wise.
Personality-wise,
Not
not talent. But at this moment, when your backups are Tanner McKee and Sam Howell, there's no conversation.
Yep.
You're going with your Super Bowl champion MVP quarterback.
This is why you watch them at the draft.
But if I think they've got a problem, then I can ask about it because I'm taking ownership of the narrative. We can take a bunch of phone calls right now that the Mets should trade Juan Soto for Aaron Judge. I would not ask Aaron Boone about that if we had him on or Brian Cash because it's ridiculous, right? Even if we got a billion phone calls on it, so what? It's ridiculous. It's at that level.
Now you know. Just so you know who it was.
Oh, really?
It fits the narrative.
But
let me see what yo-yo. I want to see what yo-yo.
I touched it, and all of a sudden,
Used to work here.
I'm back in April.
In this city.
Got it.
It's the group chat you don't check, Peter.
Yeah.
I figured it was him.
Yeah. Who likes to drive that kind of conversation to get reaction and clicks and all that
I'm going to own it. If I think there's a quarterback problem, I'm ask about it.
Dad, can I have my phone back?
It's gone.
I'm not a big fan of, there are people saying. No, I'll say.
Yeah.
Right? Because I do think that people have a voice, but sometimes people are yo-yos and you shouldn't give them a voice.
I understand.
You know
You're
what I'm saying? Like everybody's entitled to their opinion, but now if I'm going to ask the coach about it, I created the narrative. The fans aren't creating the narrative. That's all made up. That's just opinion driven. But if I'm going to ask the coach about it, I now created the narrative. And I've got to own it. I don't want to own that because I think it's ridiculous, so I'm not going to ask it.
How about this? Fire Tomlin. Fire Tomlin was a chant. Mike Tomlin was asked about the chant.
No, he was asked, about the chant.
Well, why? When everybody knows they're not going to fire him.
No, but
they're not firing Mike Tomlin.
I'm just curious to know how he felt about 60,000 people in unison chanting him being fired.
Coach, we have a lot of calls from people today thinking that you have a coaching issue and you should make a change. What do you think of that?
But he didn't hear the call. If he was, here I'll give you an example.
Right.
This is apples to apples.
Okay.
If we had Sirianni on, and he said, "Guys, love the show. I've been listening for the last hour," and I could say, "Well, then I guess you were hearing a bunch of people calling about the quarterback." That's different. Because now I'm kind of curious because now I know he knows.
You know he heard it. So
I know Tomlin heard it. He's in the building. They're chanting his name.
So you don't want to bring it to his attention.
I'm not saying you're wrong.
I'm
but
not
by the way, it's a moot point. The guy who said this, it was his take.
This is what he does.
Yeah, no, and it was his take.
Right.
Yeah.
He had the actual take.
That's all I'm saying.
That's fine. You have the right to have stupid takes.
You asked,
but at least it's yours.
I'm just saying I am not going to forward somebody else's narrative. I'll forward my own.
I just got the worst Charlie horse in my hand.
What happened?
Right now.
You're
I'm
sitting.
in extreme pain.
You old man.
It just gripped. Oh my God, this hurts like hell. Have you ever gotten one?
This is literally a strange pull.
No, seriously,
it's a strain. It's a strain pull.
My leg right now is just straight forward, and it's killing me right now. Like
you want to go
extremely painful.
By the way, you're very strong man.
It hurts.
Have you seen? I haven't watched episode 2 of Hard.
Calm down.
Have you guys watched episode 2 of? Well, Alan, have you watched episode 2 of Hard Knocks?
No.
You watch Anthony?
Yep, I did.
How sad? So I only saw it on Twitter, and I didn't have volume. How sad is the Zach Ertz scene?
That's about the only moving thing. Look, I didn't watch Hard Knocks all that much anyway. I tried to watch the Giant one, the Jet one, and now I'm watching the NFC East one.
Professional.
Because it matters. They're not getting deep into this, but I don't blame Hard Knocks. You've got two teams doing nothing.
Right.
You've got a team that thinks they've got something going, and the team that's actually in first, they all think stink. Everybody in Philly thinks that they're terrible.
Oh, but that's the interesting story.
Sort of, but yes, they were praising him so much, and they're like, Zach's a great guy, great veteran. In the week, he talks about, I don't know how much longer I have left.
And then he's just weeping.
You hear the knee, you see the knee, and he tries to get. They go, all right, get up. He goes, nope, not doing that, and it was pretty sad.
Yeah, it's
it was sad because everybody seems to like him on that team, and he was a very well-respected veteran.
Both teams, yeah, he's loved in Philly, he's loved in D.C.
Sure.
He's just like that dude.
But the 2 minutes of the Giants was too much.
So Phillip Rivers signed to the practice squad of the Indianapolis Colts.
He's 107 years old.
He weighs 290 pounds. It's like Butterbean is playing quarterback for the Colts. It doesn't look right.
Yeah, he played back in Y.A. Tittle day. Right?
You mean Tittle? Now, do you guys know?
He was the backup for Tittle.
Do you guys know who the current number 1 on the depth chart is for the Colts?
Riley Leonard.
I wasn't asking you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He did just say to you guys.
Yeah, I didn't mean Anthony. No? I knew he would know. Well, no, Anthony knows stuff.
No, you're not invited to the dinner either.
No, that's not.
Listen, I know I wasn't invited to that.
Hold on a second. it was out of respect that I wasn't asking him the question because he always knows things like this.
Right.
You guys, I had a hunch, might not.
But he also played last week, Peter. So that's
We know the whole.
We kind of know the yeah.
So,
but we never got the chance to answer.
So we'll never know if you would have remembered. It's the perfect situation. Yes, he is number one on the depth chart, Riley Leonard. And Shane Steichen was asked, will Rivers start regardless of the health of Riley Leonard?
Yeah, we'll see. Like I said, it depends on how he feels, too. He's going to get through the week of practice, see how he feels at the end of the week, and we'll go from there.
Colts money line.
Oh, I bet it.
Come on.
My daily news, they're getting 12.5 when I had to make my daily news picks, and I picked the Colts.
I love it.
It just sounds like
that's aggressive.
But, when he said...
Who do they have again?
Seahawks.
Seattle.
Oh, no.
Seattle.
But, he probably was literally saying if he gets through practice. Like, usually they say, but you may not get through practice.
Did you see what he said about it, by the way? He was watching the game this weekend. Saw what happened to Daniel. Said, God, I feel bad. He goes, I wonder if Shane's going to call me. And 3 hours later, Shane Steichen called.
3 hours later. That's amazing.
What are you doing? Want to go play football?
I love the fact that he can get his number back. Like,
why not?
How? But Daniel Jones, even though he's out for the season, wasn't that his number?
You want to talk about You want to talk about an all-time not rooting for the team once you're hurt? Like, I don't normally play this game that Michael does, the vindictive.
Right.
If that were me, I would. But in this case, if you're Daniel Jones and they call respectfully this fat slob and bring him in.
Things that have never been said. Respectfully. This fat slob.
By the way, no, actually, our president said something very similar last week. It was a similar line. I'm not going to talk about what a fat slob is.
He's had a lot of lines.
So if I'm Daniel Jones and they bring in a guy who hasn't played for 5 years to come lead the team wearing my number, I'm good. I don't think I want them to win.
It's not like Joe Burrow watching Joe Flacco walk into the locker room and throw for 300 yards in the same
Flacco
offense.
at least was on a team last year. But he's like 40. He's not 44.
Like, why are you making it look easy, old man? Like, I need them to miss me.
But it's out of respect. He's eligible for the Hall of Fame. I'm sure Daniel Jones was on board with it.
Well, he's always I'm not saying I'm not going full Michael K. Like I would kill him. I'm just saying you have to be like, oh man, you need my number too.
See what you do is you slice him right on the Achilles.
I don't know, because that means what the guy's wearing your number. You can't if they were to go to the Super Bowl, and it becomes the greatest story of all time. Line up Sandra Bullock. We're making the movie. It's all happening, and he's wearing your number. It's like you didn't exist anymore. Like that to me would just be hard.
You know who
Come
really
on,
doesn't
buddy.
exist?
Give him 22. Wear something else this time around.
Riley Leonard.
Riley Leonard.
Like, wait, this guy, the grandpa? You starting him?
Because what if he's healthy and grandpa still starts? And then don't you
done.
quit?
I'm good. I'm going to go be a high school coach.
Lost my job to a 44-year-old fat slob who hasn't played in 5 years.
but he's best friends with the coach,
Right.
So I'm a wrap.
Right. So that's it. I see how it works here.
Speaking of a wrap, that'll do it for the special extra large
That was good.
ENN. I think it was the right choice.
Last call, crew, 1-800-919-3776. Take you up until 7 o'clock. Then it's coverage of Rangers Blackhawks on ESPN New York.
The holidays are here, and Amazon Pickup is your MVP of package pickup. Need that perfect gift like a brand new jersey for the big game? With Amazon Pickup, you can grab your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule at no extra cost. It's fast, it's easy, and it keeps your holiday surprises tucked safely away. So whether you're running from work or heading to the holiday party, Amazon Pickup makes holiday shopping worry-free. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
Discover a driving experience crafted to inspire. At Garden City Mazda, exceptional design and sophisticated performance come together. During the Mazda More to Move You sales event, lease the 2025 Mazda CX-5 for $229 a month for 33 months. Or the 2025 Mazda CX-50 for $239 a month for 33 months. Both with $49.95 due at signing. It's the Mazda More to Move You sales event at Garden City Mazda. At Garden City Mazda, expect the exceptional.
When you're streaming Stranger Things on Netflix,
hurry! Okay, wait!
Don't take slow for an answer. Switch to Optimum Fiber for the fastest, most reliable, and most consistent internet speeds, starting at $25 a month. And this holiday season, get Netflix and so much more on us. Call 888-4-OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today.
Whoa, did you see that?
Optimum, don't take slow for an answer. Netflix subscription required. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
Listen up,
Never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
ESPN New York is throwing a holiday party you don't want to miss. Join us this Friday at your mother's house in Garden City. We'll be broadcasting the Michael K. Show live from 1 to 3, followed by Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg from 3 to 7, all while supporting a great cause. Bring a toy to benefit the Garden of Dreams Foundation and help make the season brighter for local kids in need. It's the ESPN New York Holiday Party this Friday, brought to you by Spiked Aid, Security Dodge, Amazon Pickup, and ESPN New York.
At Target, great memories start with great prices. Get gingerbread house kits for just $12, plus all the Wonder Shop baking must-haves. Gather the whole fam, grab some gingerbread kits, and start building sweet moments together. Then keep the joy rolling, baking up tasty treats with Wonder Shop that'll make the season a blast. Make unforgettable memories with incredible prices on gingerbread kits and Wonder Shop baking essentials. And step into the holidays, only at Target. Restrictions apply.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football.
All right, all about you the rest of the way. 1-800-919-3776. Tomorrow, Thursday, That Guy Thursday. Get you set up for Week 15 in the NFL. Let's go to Andy. He's in Parsippany. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, Andy?
Hey, what's going on? Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday to you.
Love you guys. Been listening to you guys, I don't even know for how long. But a while back, you guys had a Titans fan jump on, and then a flurry of Titans fan called in. So just to let you know, I'm a Carolina fan, so you probably have some Carolina fans listening. Okay. But Cam Newton, huge Cam Newton guy, going to argue with Eagles fans to the day that Cam Newton's over Jalen Hurts. But I don't know why Cam didn't get a shot over Phillip Rivers. You know, he's 9 years younger, played a year longer than Phillip. But what do I know? I'm just a fan.
Well, does he know the offense? I think it just comes down to, does he know the offense? This has nothing to do with ability. Andy, again, I don't know what shape Cam Newton's in. It's got to be better shape than Rivers is in. But I think it's just it's a knowledge of the offense. It's a knowledge of the playbook. The fact that he could possibly start this week tells you more than half the battle is understanding the game plan and understanding the plays, understanding the language, the verbiage that goes into being in the huddle. If you've mastered that, then that's more than half the battle. And you've got one of the best running backs in football. They can probably create some plays where he doesn't have to keep himself in harm's way. So, Alan, it's not really about physical ability. It's just knowledge of the playbook.
It's obviously that, and obviously the style of quarterback that he was, right? Mm-hmm. So you understand that, like with Cam Newton, the greatness of Cam Newton was his physical ability, right? Yeah. And so the older you get and the more you're out of the league, it's a lot harder to play that way than it is to just – that's why I keep bringing up Flacco. He's a statue, but he's got an arm. He can still throw it far. He can still throw it accurate, and he's got the brain that can process. So at the line of scrimmage, you can see what the defense is doing. He knows what's coming. He knows his first check down if he needs it. He can get out of trouble quickly, and he doesn't have to use his legs. That's kind of what you're looking for if you're going with the older quarterback.
Yeah, that's why I think people are reading into this like too much in the sense like I don't think anybody thinks he's going to set the world on fire.
No, God, no. It's funny. It's entertaining. It's interesting. They're desperate. It's all those things.
It is all about just knowledge of the play. That's why we asked the question yesterday, Alan, about like what would you rather have? Tremendous ability and just no knowledge, or a ton of knowledge, almost being a savant and having very little ability, like you have here.
Just enough though. But you can't have
just
no
enough
ability.
to get by.
Because there's a lot of guys who have all the knowledge, but they can't do it on the field athletically. That's why they don't make it in the NFL.
I mean, listen, it's a different. It's not apples to apples, but I remember when
when Chad Pennington was excelling in this league.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember when I did the show over at Champions with Terry Bradway.
Oh, when you used to eat like you dream about.
Oh, man.
And
that's Don LaGreca.
Don't touch his
that was
food.
after the Islander games. But I did eat well for those shows as well. Where he just said, like, Chad obviously had arm limitations, right? Because he didn't have the strongest arm.
I would describe it that way.
Then he hurt his shoulder.
Yeah.
But Terry said, because he had been a Rhodes Scholar, he's like, the kid he sees it. And that's why Joe Flacco's able to do things, because he gets it. He can see it. He can get there, and that's what they're kind of hoping Rivers can do. Now, would they be able to do it if they didn't have one of the best running backs in football and have a decent enough offensive line? Probably not. But I think the circumstances, I can't wait. That becomes like the must-watch game.
When is that? Is that a 1 o'clock, or where is that game? Because if it's
it's in Seattle.
Then it's a 4. So. That does become a real interesting game, doesn't it? Just out of curiosity, if he ends up being the starter.
It is pretty interesting. So, an interesting game coming up next, Rangers and the Blackhawks.
Rangers playing better lately.
No, it hasn't been bad for them. They're 5-3-2 in their last 10, but they did win a couple. They did have a couple of overtime losses, but against really good teams. That Vegas game was tough. They gave up a late goal, and they gave up a late overtime goal
no
for Michael.
penalty as well, right?
But here's the thing that I wanted to bring up before we get out of Dodge here. The Capitals are in first place in the conference.
Right to number 2 for the Capitals.
With 39 points.
Oh, yeah.
The Devils technically are outside the playoffs. 4 points back. So 4 points separate first place in the conference and outside the wild card. Now, that's because the Atlantic Division isn't that great. So you've got Detroit's got 35 points, the same as the Devils, but they're in third place in the Atlantic, so that guarantees them a playoff spot. We still have a long way to go, but it is just when you take a look at the conference.
You can't have a bad week.
Here's the conference. So just throw away the whole the I hate the playoff format that they have as presently constituted. But this is how close the Eastern Conference is that right now Washington 39 points in first place in the conference. Just the Rangers are 6 points back, right? No, 5 points back. 10th. 5 points separate first and 10th. Pretty crazy. So a big game for the Rangers coming up next. Back with you again tomorrow at 3. Hahn Rosenberg on ESPN New York.
New York Lottery's holiday scratch-off games are the perfect gift